feel like I kind of nailed it. I mean, I'm just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Keep driving,
But-
man. I should have grabbed Keep Driving. It looks cool. I should have just. But I don't take risks.
Everyone expected
Not
the
with
indie tax with that.
Yeah, I don't take risks with indie.
I don't fuck with indie.
Well, I mean, if it's proven, but otherwise it's scary.
What the fuck?
I mean,
Hello,
the song is just
Slade.
needlessly repetitive. It's a bit of a short loop, you know. It's
Unfortunately, it is. Yeah, but this is the only copy on YouTube I could find.
So what does this mean? Is this
the frivolities of split fiction scoring higher than Monster Hunter Wilds. It, you know, I don't think I would. What amount of money would you have bet on Kingdom Come Deliverance 2 scoring higher than Monster Hunter Wilds at the beginning of the year? That's fucking wild.
It sure is.
What timeline is this? What fucking timeline?
I
I
think we've
would've bet-
established we live in the
Thank you,
worst
I
timeline.
would have bet as much money as I possibly could.
You would have bet $0 on that bet,
No, I
Crispy.
wouldn't.
Stop
Because now
it.
I know. I know the truth.
You,
I would've
oh,
gone
you
back
mean your
in time.
hindsight?
I would have gone
makes
back
you-
in time and made that bet and been rich, and you would be.
Fuck you.
Forced,
Fuck you.
though.
You thought you were drafting like an 83. Shut the fuck
Dude,
up.
You
Boo.
don't know. You don't know.
Boo. Boo your take.
You don't know.
Very kind words. Thank you, Hunt.
I have
like, Brad, you should be happy that something like that can happen because, like,
No, for real.
everything followed the fucking goddamn stupid rules that we
You're
have
right.
made for this league. Then
Wait, what's wrong with the rules?
then it wouldn't
No,
be fun.
Not like the rules of the league, but like indie tax rules and shit like that.
Yeah.
you know?
No,
like,
it was a surprise. It was a
There'd be no
surprise.
point in playing the game if these kinds of surprises didn't exist.
Surprises and upsets are wonderful, for sure. I agree. The storyline, always vote in favor of the storyline.
Sure.
Hey, shout out to Haunt Hunters for
I'm a little worried.
tuning in
though.
live.
I don't like all of. I don't like that my roster is like a lot of those games already came out. It was sort of what I was targeting,
Mhm.
but I feel like it's probably not good for like league morale. I don't know. Because usually I don't have a bunch of games early on in the year, but now I do. And it seems like this year everyone's just kind of run out of steam. Well, a lot of people. I guess 2 people had kids. Whatever. Maybe I don't know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I don't want to be like bidding on games and no one even bothering to check the fucking website to see what got bid on.
I mean,
You know what I mean? That
I
just
mean,
kind of
I'm-
bums me out.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, dude. I just haven't been in the right mind frame for like months. Like,
You've been saying that, but does that mean
I'm-
I could just scoop whatever I want on Fantasy Critic? Because
I mean, honestly, I'm not paying attention right now. Like, I haven't even considered bidding on anything. I haven't looked at anything. I don't even know how many points I have at the moment. I don't even know. I don't.
Means dick, but I'm saying
I
like,
don't even know half the news happening in the industry right now. Like, I
you
haven't
don't
been.
need about no, but you don't need to know about the news. You just need on Thursday after 7 p.m. Just peek once before Saturday and say, whatever.
It's not that easy, Brad. It's
Hmm?
it's not that easy.
Did you look at the bids this week?
No,
Or
I
last
didn't.
week? Last
No.
week you didn't see?
Dude, I might as well not even be playing right now. I will
mean-
eventually get in and start playing, but like,
I
I
know
have
what
just,
the Open Critic site looks like pretty definitively. So I mean, I'm just
I just
saying.
haven't been myself for the first part of this year.
Maybe this is your new self. You got to think about it. As more time passes, maybe this is just status quo. Nick.
maybe
I hope
And
not.
you gotta work
maybe-
within those. You gotta work within that new box.
Brad's
for the
got
sake
a-
of
Brad's
for the
got a
sake of
point.
my mental health, I hope you're wrong.
Maybe growing older is simply mourning the people we used to be.
Shut up.
Yeah, I mean,
All right.
I believe it.
Am I starting trailers,
That
or am I
is-
just going to keep looping this song?
You can turn it off whenever you like. Literally, no one's playing that game because there's more interesting games to play right now.
Man,
well,
Yeah, like Kingdom Come
yeah,
Deliverance
nobody's
2,
playing
which I
Infinite
can't.
Wealth right now because they're playing
Dude,
either
it's
Monster Hunter
so
or Pirate.
fucking true though. I played like 40 hours of Infinite Wealth, and then Monster Hunter hit, and I haven't touched it in like 2 weeks.
Yeah.
I haven't
I
touched
mean, yeah.
Monster Hunter since last week.
You touched it at all? I can't
I
remember.
did. I mean, I did the first hunt, the tutorial hunt, and that was it. I haven't touched it since.
Oh, so you haven't
What was that? A
touched it at all.
Chatacabra?
I don't even. Yeah, the fucking.
Or was it
toad
like a
thing there.
scripted-
You make a nice little hat out of it or something.
I didn't make shit.
Oh, you guys.
All right, well, I'm pressing the play button.
You could just wait on Kingdom Come, Nick. Just come on, man. The
What are you
water's
talking
warm.
about, Brad?
The
What are
water's
you?
warm. Just play a little Monster Hunter while it's
I'm
the
playing.
water's
I'm
warm.
playing. I'm playing what makes my heart happy right now.
Oh, okay. I see how it is.
It is. That is how it is.
Oh, does anybody watch?
We're starting with another Mortal. I still haven't touched Mortal Kombat since
Glacius.
Ghostface was announced.
The Glacius trailer.
They got
You haven't touched
Robert
Mortal
Patrick
Kombat
back to
since
play the
Ghostface
T1000.
came
That
out.
is awesome. First off,
If Ghostface couldn't get me
Did
to
you
put
ever
this-
touch it?
Yeah, I did. If
I mean,
Ghostface
before
couldn't get me to reinstall this and play it, I don't think T1000 is gonna do it either.
probably
Skills
not.
in
No,
this
but
game?
but just watch this. This is good shit.
That's so absurd. That's not
It's
what
delightfully
he does.
absurd.
Okay.
He's like a metal slime from.
He's just the dude
From
from
Dragon
Killer
Ball.
Instinct. He's Glacius.
Fulgore?
No,
No, Glacius.
God.
Yeah.
Have you seen John Connor?
John
Connor? Dude, you've got
Xbox
John
fan.
Cage.
Oh shit!
What the fuck is that? Why did he?
Why did
Do I
you
need
take
to
a
watch
shot
T-
about?
Do I need to watch T2 again?
I mean, everyone should watch T2 again, but
I watched it recently. It's pretty good.
no,
I don't like the extended version. I watched the extended version. I don't think it
Who is this person?
That's
works.
Madame Bo. She's basically
doesn't
like the
not
reincarnated version of Bo Rai Cho, I think.
T1000
Oh.
She's the cameo character that's coming out
Oh,
with
it's a
T1000.
tag game. I forgot this one's a tag game.
she
I'm trying to
do?
remember. Like, I don't remember her from T2, and now she's out here again. Like, they must be homies. Maybe I do need to watch that extended edition. But yeah, it's a tag game. I forgot.
Did he just stab her in the chin with his dick? Can you rewind that? I'm pretty sure an arm just came out of his penis and stabbed her in the... Wait for it. Wait for it. Oh, it came out of...
No, it came out of his
It came-
abdomen.
Yeah, it's close enough.
Like
It
in the
was
movie.
like that Mr. Fantastic meme where like his dick was doing the thumbs up.
Couldn't he have had a better co-op partner than a fucking old lady?
No, that's just what they're doing for this trailer. Like you can have
Yeah,
any
but-
cameo.
Yeah,
partner.
I got it. But I'm saying, like, get a better one for the trailer.
Oh shit!
She just chunkless Shang Tsung.
The fucking
Can you say that? Are you allowed to say that?
he did the Cypher Pole 9 move, the like finger gun, where he can like stab you with his finger. Yeah!
I guess that'd be cool if that wasn't like eight of his moves were also that fucking poke.
There we go. This is... Oh, shit.
Yeah, he's stupid. The T1000 is stupid.
I just want to be that old lady with the cigarette. What did she even? She just kicked and
Does she
punched?
still do like drunken boxing if she's supposed to be Raicho?
Wait, Bo Rai chose the dude who like threw
I
up, right?
literally read
Yeah,
that list.
vomited.
Because he did drunken boxing, and Chris just said she's supposed to be like a reincarnation of him.
Yo, what's this all
Something
about?
like that, yeah.
Engage him with the full brunt of your firepower.
Devil May Cry.
I work better with
Is
music.
this some sort of reimagining of DMC?
Well, you can't play
Oh
this.
come on.
Are you fucking
Yeah,
kidding
really?
me? They used Papa Roach in this
fuck
music
yeah.
video?
Dude, fuck
Near
yeah.
it. Devil May Cry came out in like 2002.
Dude,
I mean, yeah,
that's
but
perfect. Papa Roach? I mean, that What, Nick? What else would you use? What else
What
would
are
you
you
use for
ta-
Devil May Cry?
What are you
Devil May
talking about?
Cry? Fucking like edgelord anime bullshit from the early 2000s.
I mean, you're
Like
not wrong.
this is fucking Kino. Like what a
Yeah.
what a perfectly like distillation of this series in a song.
Agreed.
That's why
Wow.
it's good, Nick. That's
We're
why
gonna
it's
get
good.
stream is gonna get banned or
I know better than
No,
Can
no,
Chris-
They'll just block out the next 15 minutes.
is the core of your nature.
yeah.
I know all about
Okay, I guess we don't give a shit about those 15 minutes.
Cut my life into pieces. I'm just gonna keep
2001.
singing it all night.
Devil May Cry
So.
2000.
Guys, close off.
So this is supposed to be DMC
Ooh.
3.
I don't know if I like his voice.
Yeah, we know. You say that like you've never played a Devil May Cry game, Chris Davis.
No, I
How
played the
come
first 3.
Ebony and Ivory don't look right?
Nothing looks right.
Dante.
Did I read something about Lady being a cop?
not
that I missed?
Virgil. Stop it.
Virgil will always be. What are you talking about?
Go
Not
away,
Virgil.
Virgil. You're overused.
Who are you? What? Literally, no one has ever said that.
Well,
What are you talking
somebody
about?
said it, and it's me.
Dude, Virgil's so sick.
Yeah, like, what are you talking? Like, what are you talking about? Are you thinking of Nero?
No, Virgil.
No, Virgil's cool.
He's like central to the what?
Dude, come on. Like Devil May Cry 3, the fucking cutscene where Dante's like shooting a bunch of bullets at him and he's just like blocking them all with his sword, and then he like reveals that he caught them all and he just like lays them out on the ground. Come on, Chris Davis, you're not immune to that. That was sick.
That was a weird take, Chris Davis. Strange.
We just-
So you could skim through some of this. I remember last week there wasn't gameplay.
Death Stranding 2?
Yeah, that was gonna be the
I said the
joke
same thing
also.
last week about this, but no, this is not Death Stranding
We're
2.
going to show you some brand new gameplay, some new sequences, and some new tidbits from the game that we've never
Ooh,
shown before.
gorgeous.
Hell is Us is a third-person action-adventure game that blends the old-school thrill of
Actual
exploration
combat with a
and
UI.
discovery with
What
a deeply
the
satisfying
fuck?
combat system. You're gonna
Oh my
The
god,
UI?
it's
What about the UI?
Souls-like.
Fading
master
HUD.
various skills
Good.
and strategically use your drone's abilities to gain the upper hand
Oh.
in battle.
Dude,
But
okay.
combat is only 50%
This game's
of the
gonna be a
experience.
79,
The
but I'm gonna play the
game
fuck
is
out
all
of it.
about the exploration,
I mean, yeah.
discovery, the joy that's related to them, and how they play a central
We
role.
This
we
is-
live in a
this is-
post.
This feels very like Lies of P.
We live in a post Genshin Impact world.
Quite a ways from here.
Lies
What?
of
Play as
P.
Remy, and you're returning to the country you were born
I do
in.
kinda wanna
The
play
country's
Lies of
called
P.
Hadia.
Lies of P is
Is it worth going
fantastic.
back?
Answers
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
Okay, but does
Wait for the
anybody
DLC.
else feel that way?
By a vicious
Yeah,
I
a
wanna
lot
play
of people
Lies
do.
with only a few pieces of
I'm
information.
Sure, there's
It's
dozens.
So you'll have to investigate to
a
uncover.
post.
Yeah,
Um,
all I know about Lies of P
figure
is
out
that
where to go
Drunken
next.
Merchant has a
But
thing
unlike
for it,
traditional
which is
games,
like
Hell Is Us
a
doesn't
knock
rely on
against.
quest marks.
Yeah, true.
There's no
No, it's
micromanagement.
well
You're in the
liked.
right
It's well
direction,
liked.
and there's
No,
a
it is, yeah,
quest
it
journal
is.
with
Okay.
the shopping list of everything that you need to do,
And not
which
just
order.
because it's got
But
like
instead, our player plattering
a
approach
twink Pinocchio is the
encourages you
protagonist.
That's part of it, but I mean,
instincts,
people like the
discover
gameplay
clues
and like the
organically,
enemy
and chart
designs,
your
boss
own course
designs.
through the adventure.
And like you want to talk about like a world that's fun to explore because like you really like never know what's gonna be like what weird creepy things around the next corner like Dark Souls. Yeah, it's very
Well, that
much like
and like
that.
the weapon system seemed really cool, like the whole like assembling weapons.
Yeah. That is a game I definitely want to go back and spend more time with.
Trying to find your parents.
If I could ever
After
just get
Baldur's Gate
myself
3.
to stop playing Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
Oh, if I could just stop dicing away all my money.
The bombs fell from the sky. I was playing
My
with
wife
the
left me
babies
because I lost all her money playing
Can you
dice.
skip ahead a little bit, maybe?
out and screamed at
Yep.
us to get down.
A long
That
conversation.
appears to show a route coming out of the Akasa marshes. So we'll stop here for now. We've gathered a few clues. We have a bit of an idea where to go next for our investigation. We've shown you how things work a little bit and how you can connect the dots.
Hold on, I'm
Uh,
curious.
you know,
This
once
is
you
just a
guys
Souls
discover
like.
it for yourself when the game comes out in September.
I mean,
I mean, it does
In
Does
this
look
section,
very
we're stepping away from the
Soulsy.
main investigation to explore the many hidden secrets and side investigations scattered.
Ooh, he
throughout
said
the
secrets. He said the
game.
S
You can beat the
word.
game without ever
That's
uncovering
a
them.
nice
But if
vista.
you're curious and observant,
So it's like
you
a
might just
Souls
stumble
game, but
upon
it's
some
being made by a
incredible
Western
discoveries.
dev, right?
That
Fuck,
never.
I know we
So
play this
It'll never
Critic.
happen.
If you're
No,
never
no,
will
no.
succeed.
There's something to
No,
do,
no,
then
it's
there probably
no, Nick.
is.
I know what you're thinking.
The footage you're
I'm not
seeing
gonna
now
say it's gonna be
showcases
too
just a
easy. I'm
few
gonna
of
say
the
it's gonna
many
be too
secrets woven
woke
into Hell Is
and
Us.
too easy.
These are
There's
quick
investigations.
examples of how the game handles
I'm worried because they can't see your face. They won't be able to tell you're kidding.
Permitted to play Sabinian classics, I'm
I don't
afraid.
even know what is real anymore.
Neither do I.
Dreadful compositions.
There are countless mysteries waiting to be uncovered. If you trust your instincts,
I just wish I could
find
stop
yourself
thinking about
solving
Death
some
Stranding
truly
when I look at the back of this
fascinating mysteries
character.
along the way. Now, when we talk
This
about
no
player
longer looks like
plattering,
Death Stranding
it
to
doesn't
me.
mean
No,
you
it's just the
constantly
character.
overthink every
The way the
step of
character
progress.
looks just
I mean,
makes me immediately
is it
think.
because he's wearing like a hoodie
As our
or
belief is
like
that you
a
actually don't
raincoat?
need quest markers to
It's because he's
navigate
wearing like the
advanced adventure.
like the raincoat,
That being said, for those who love a
which he
challenge,
wears
some of
in
these
Death
deeper
Stranding.
secrets will
It looks like
require
Alan
keen
Wake.
observation and deduction to be uncovered. Good luck. Take another look at the sequences we've just shown in this video and share with us your first ideas on how to solve this last secret. Let's see who can connect the dots.
This is more
first.
of like a puzzle game. I mean, like a adventure game than I realized. You can skip this shit if you want.
There's not much left.
Thank you all so much for tuning in. We hope you enjoyed this new look at Hell Is Us. We're so passionate about our game.
Why didn't they
and we've
show
worked
that
so hard
environment?
on it. The game launches on September 4, 2025 on PlayStation 5,
I wanted to see that
Xbox
part,
Series,
not the part
and
where it
PC.
just looked like
See
a
you
bad
soon
stalker
for
game.
more exciting news.
Why is every game made in Eastern Europe about?
Followed immediately by actual Death Stranding. Was that intentional? Did we arrange these intentionally?
Yeah.
Okay,
Shut
this
up!
is a 10.
Shut up! Shut up! Shut up! I still haven't watched this.
Neither have I. It's a 10-minute trailer though.
Yeah.
What else we do?
It goes by though.
And by way of compensation, we have overlooked your crimes.
Give us a little bit more volume,
You
please.
don't, because I'm not doing this shit anymore.
What makes you think you have a choice?
One sec.
What kind of cargo?
Can you turn up on your end?
Pregnant women.
No.
I'm gonna have to turn it up on my end a
I
little
mean,
bit.
I'm at max sound.
That's why. I
No,
have to
yeah,
stop.
you're low.
I'm speaking away from the mic.
No, the stream is low. I mean, whatever. Just
I mean, I can hear it just fine.
This
Who is that?
thing between
I have
us,
no idea.
That's a stranded
actor?
snake.
it was a mistake.
The actor?
No.
Nobody
No,
knows
it
who
was
the
not a
actor is.
mistake. It was not a mistake.
I want to know that character's name. I bet it's ludicrous. Oh my god, is it a toddler now?
It?
is that a toddler to you?
I can't remember. I don't
You know,
fucking
you know
I'm not
nothing about children, do you?
I don't.
Toddler's like a 2-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh.
Although, if you think about it, with the way the mechanics work with the babies and that have suspended aging going on, like that. could
What's
be-
the
I've
baby's
never,
name
I've never
again?
played Death Stranding.
Sunny?
Really?
I think. Right?
Wait,
Well, I
say it
played
again.
like half an hour.
Isn't the baby's name Sunny?
Lou. It's Lou.
Oh, Lou,
It's Lou.
Lou, right.
Yeah.
Fuck. I'm like,
That doesn't look like Metal Gear Rex at all.
Oh, the Knights of Ren.
Shut up. How fucking dare you? Little red man. I knew it. It wasn't Riker at all.
To all the roads that we are yet to pave,
This is what's gonna get us muted, probably.
I mean, it's original music written for the game. I'm pretty sure.
In a Kojima trailer, he always uses licensed shit.
So here's my question. The quote earlier said, "The final journey." You think this is going to be just a duology?
I'm sorry, though.
No, what kind of question is that?
Did you just use the word duology?
Yeah, who
It's a
gives
thing,
a
yeah.
shit? Also, why would we know that?
I mean, just
Why
the
would we even
trend
have
of
an
so
opinion?
many games
Also,
coming
I
out
think
that
the
don't get a
term
third
is
part these days.
Trilogy.
But it's like, it's Hideo Kojima. Like, it's
Yeah.
this is like the snake eating its tail, eating its fucking.
Yeah, but he's
oh,
already working
Dude,
on
you're
2 other new
carrying
IP.
fucking bodies.
A duology.
Look at the
This
puppet!
is like
Look at the puppet!
The puppet's name is Puppet Man.
Of course it is.
I couldn't protect you.
Oh shit, they fixed her. She doesn't have a grandma body anymore.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Chris Davis sounds very disappointed that she doesn't have a
No,
grandma
I just
body
like-
anymore.
He really
I'm just thinking about Kojima and that we would be ashamed of our words and deeds and all that. And
he was hoping for granny head,
Yeah.
young body.
no, I just think that they're gonna exploit this character, and I don't like that.
I don't think we should assume that.
I mean,
No fucking shit.
Best I could hope for was to jump Lou out. Just Lou.
I would say they're spoiling shit, but like, what does any of this even mean?
We're seeing 0.001% of the cinematics for this game. Like,
I
Yeah,
know.
like explain to me the significance of the giant mud hand. Like that's a 20-minute conversation before you even get to spoilers.
he just has a gun now, and they just be like, fuck it.
Dude, the gunplay
Oh
in the first one
shit!
was kind of cool. And they didn't.
I mean, vehicular combat sound looks good.
Oh my god, it's sucking them into its head! Dude, he's on top of a mountain!
Yes. What
Show
the
a zip
fuck
line.
is that?
Show us a fucking zipline!
What the fuck? Why is there like
What's that, monorail?
space shit in the sky?
Why not?
Yeah, why not? I mean, like, why in story terms, implication?
Oh my
Well, I
God,
mean,
it's
it looks like a space
That was a
elevator.
fucking train!
Yeah, it's a
That
monorail.
was a monorail!
I mean, this is supposed to be like the
Oh my God,
22nd century.
wings!
Sick.
Tar Man.
Tar Man, hell yeah.
A rejected
Tomorrow.
Mega Man villain.
Tomorrow.
Doll Man is his name.
The President!
Heartman.
Heartman!
Red Samurai. Neil!
Wait, Mark, what? Oh, and Deborah Wilson's in this game, too.
Deborah Wilson feels like she's getting put into everything these days.
Yeah, she's doing work. Good for her.
Yeah. Not complaining, just.
She's not gonna be any more fucking Star Wars games. Sorry. If that's a spoiler.
That is a spoiler, actually.
Yeah.
Is there too many cutscenes in Death Stranding?
Yeah. That's what's good about it.
Is that true?
They're,
Is that-
they're
There's
pretty
a lot
what's
of
good
good.
about it?
cutscenes, but like, yeah, I don't know, man. I'll fucking defend that game with my dying breath. It has the
Man, that
perfect
looks
number of
cool.
cutscenes, which is
So-
But it's like a
too much.
game. I mean, it's a gameplay first game, right?
I mean, I feel like I'm gonna reach into your arsenal a little bit, Brad, and pull one of these out. I don't think this game is for you.
That's weird. Most games.
Yeah,
are
you say
for
it to me all the time.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean it's it can apply to anyone. I mean,
I
When
think
the
this is a
game wants to
very-
be monotonous, Brad, it becomes very monotonous.
Oh, shut
You
up.
shut your
monotony
whore
is
mouth.
something I don't. What are you talking about? What is
Whoa!
monotony? That
was
is
very-
true. I can't wait to talk about Split Fiction, the only game that's not monotonous.
Oh, he's got
monotonous
a
enough
little
for me.
code that matches their code.
This is something right here. Crispy, you're gonna like this.
Dude, what the fuck is
When y'all
that?
talked about this game, y'all
Is this
talked
the
about
beach?
gameplay way more than story, and that's what intrigued me.
Yeah, the gameplay's fucking sick, and the story's insane, and it's probably not even worth really. Like, when I was talking about it, I talked about the story to the extent that I thought it was relevant. And the story's very good, it's very relevant, but it's not. I mean, it's a very, like.
Oh my god.
Watch this, Crispy. This is nuts.
So
Oh
I.
my
I've seen the
god.
pictures. They've been all over Twitter, so.
Okay.
We should not have connected. Yeah, I know. It's a giant with Metal Gear Rex's head, right?
Yeah. And then there's this.
Oh my god.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's go. Let's fucking go.
Can they do that?
Yes.
Snakeman.
The UCA's precursor.
Oh, he's like, oh shit, he's like fucking,
Mads Mikkelsen?
yeah, like Mads Mikkelsen's character.
Yeah.
Oh,
Distinctly
that's
American
sick.
philosophy, and one which would appear to have spread
Stranded
to this
snake.
continent. The more we seek to unite the people with metaphorical ropes, the more essential sticks seem to become.
It's a stick game. Hell yeah.
The VR game.
DHB Magellan. Integrate.
Oh,
What
that's
the
their like
fuck?
other shit. Yeah, that's like the fucking thing that they've been flying around in the other trailers.
Everyone, hold on tight.
Dude, what is going on there?
I feel like that.
They're controlling like BTs in the beach or something.
Remember the basic giant monster mechanics of CQC.
I kind of want that Magellan Man statue.
Dude, that's so sick.
They're
That's
making
so
On the
sick.
Beach smaller and smaller in the promotional
What-
material,
what is
which I
with the
feel like is
quokka?
appropriate.
That's so fucking sick. That's so sick.
Fuck. Fuck.
Who has that on Fantasy Critic?
Not, not killing myself yet. Gotta play that game.
Jesus fucking Christ, Chris.
I'm joking.
Fucking hell. All right, what is this?
The impatient again.
Is this
This
Pony Island
motherfucker.
3?
What is wrong with this man?
We have watched the trailer. for
I
this
live
before.
with children, and they're more patient than this man.
How to get rid of the rats. What the fuck?
Okay.
Yeah.
Ah!
What the fuck is this?
I added this to my wish list, but I couldn't tell you what it was called.
I think this is out this week.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Symptom.
That's a
Then the-
weird like launch trailer.
Okay.
I've always been a good girl.
I picked this up in Fantasy Critic, so decided to throw on a trailer.
Someone just pushed a prefect out of a
I
window.
wonder if Nick would
Oh,
have
this
did
is
if
from,
he looked at the site.
Overboard.
No, I
developer,
would.
right?
I would not have.
Everyone
You
says
don't
it
even know
was
what this is.
me.
No, of course not.
This is.
If the other girls won't play by the rules.
Yeah, this is the developer who did Overboard like a year or two ago.
Then it's time to break them. Someone has to take the fall.
Yeah, no. We should probably get started soon. Nope.
Atelier?
What?
Atelier Yumia.
I know it's Japanese, Nick, but just give it a second.
Everyone was like giving me grief for picking this up in Fantasy Critic.
You have a full roster, Brent? Because every time you say that, I feel like, oh man, his roster must be full at this point.
He's getting close. He's got like 2 or 3 slots.
Oh, cool. I have 2 slots and a counterpick of what's currently available.
This is a solid 81.
The last Atelier was what?
82.
Yeah.
Except this one has guns and motorcycles and building.
Oh, you piece of shit. What a stupid fucking website.
I think this looks cool. Like I might actually play this. I did play some Ryzen.
Are you kind of hoping that this might fill the Tails hole in your heart?
Does he have a Tails hole in his heart?
I guess it's been a while since the last Tails game, but this isn't really like a Tails game. I guess they did like make the combat less turn-based now. Yeah, but no, it's still nothing like Tails.
Well, right now Bandai Namco is only focused on like remakes of Tails games. They haven't even announced the next one yet, I don't think.
That's like a story trailer. I should have grabbed a gameplay trailer so y'all could see her sick motorcycle.
Use a motorcycle? What?
Got a motorcycle.
What? An
All my
alchemy
favorites.
motorcycle?
Yeah. Story trailer. Oh well.
Credit to Gus though; they are a prolific developer.
Is there anything after this?
You gonna show
I think
the
so, yeah.
launch trailer for the potion?
Oh yeah, I do
this
kind of
one's
want to watch this
for,
real quick.
For which
This
game?
is also licensed music.
I mean,
We
is
are
it though?
so fucked.
This isn't licensed music. This is E1M1.
Video game music.
Whoa, what the fuck is that?
It's
Oh,
a Revenant.
oh, I get it.
Oh,
I get it.
He did the
Yeah.
Dude meme.
What do y'all think this is gonna score? No one bid on this.
74.
When is this coming out?
74.
July.
Tony Hawk 1+2 scored an 89.
It did.
So that's the ceiling.
Yeah.
This ain't a 20
Tony Hawk
I
3
heard they don't have-
is
I heard they don't have
amazing.
fucking like missions and shit in this one.
Well, Tony Hawk 3 is still just Tony Hawk 3, which is a great video game.
Yeah.
Let's not be crazy. Tony Hawk 4, they're definitely fucking with. You can turn this shit off if you want.
Well, after this trailer, I'll turn it off because I'm very excited for this.
Another Robocop game?
Same developer, same mechanics. It's just basically they're doing Dread.
Huh?
Like
I'm pretty sure this
mercenaries
is
have
Robocop,
taken over the
actually.
tallest
You
building.
said that about the last one.
No, this one, literally the film Dread. It's
I'm about to say, I'm not gonna lie.
mercenaries
I
have
feel
taken over the Omnicore building, the biggest building in Chicago or Detroit, whatever it is. And you, as Dredd, go in as the police officer, and you clear them floor by floor by floor.
Okay, okay. That makes more sense. I thought you were saying. I was like, I'm pretty sure Dredd and Robocop are practically indistinguishable as characters.
Same thing. Robocop is a ripoff of Dredd because they couldn't get the rights to Judge Dredd when they made the movie. Yes, that is true.
Ed 209 though is pretty hype.
That is true.
He was.
Ed 209 was in the previous game.
Of course, what he was. I mean, what? Why wouldn't he be?
That is true.
Probably gonna give him his jetpack in this one.
Soda drink.
Technology is back with his soda. He says we can continue now. I guess that means we're
Thank you,
free
Jack.
to start.
Appreciate it.
Do you wanna Wanderstop just came out?
We watched a million Wanderstop trailers. You saw what that scored, Nick?
I saw it. 78.
See, you got your eyes open.
No, I only saw it because I opened OpenCritic when you started challenging me about the way OpenCritic looked, and it was the top thing in the fucking latest releases column, which has been there for as long as I can remember.
Just not in that position.
No, it was always in that position.
How about we ask chat?
Why don't we just get started? Oh man, dude, I've been playing some Yakuza here and there. And
Which one?
Man, the Like a Dragon.
Okay.
The first one, 7.
Yeah, the one that we started.
Nice. You've been playing more.
They still haven't let me into the world, so I'll just like run around and do shit.
Okay. Well, when we stopped playing, you were about to go into the series.
I just did the garbage, the pick up the cans in the street.
Oh, okay,
thing.
okay. So you did the Siryu Clan hideout. You saw like all of that story shit that happened.
Yes.
And then you ended up in Yokohama, like in the homeless camp in Yokohama.
Yes.
Dude.
It's good. I'm just waiting for it to
talk about it.
Yeah, sure. I'll talk about it. Let me do my little sound test real quick. Hold on.
Yeah, let me get mine going.
The chairman.
Yeah, We'll talk.
Dude, you know, fucking Yakuza 7 is pretty good.
All right, I'm ready when y'all are.
It's pretty good. I'm not even like
Test.
into video games, but it's pretty
Testing
good.
1 2.
You're not even into video games.
Testing.
I'm recording.
All right, I am also recording.
No, I'm not into video games, Nick. I'm here for the clout. I'm here to build my brand as a content creator.
I don't know how to tell you this then, Crispy. You're in the wrong place.
I'm just here for the exposure to build my resume.
Hold on a second.
That's a fine background you got there, Crispy.
Dude. Yes. I was playing Infinite Wealth. There's a side story where like a lady's stroller rolls away and she's like, my baby. It's like the fucking scene from The Untouchables. And Kasuga like runs after it. The first part of the mission is like you running across town after the stroller, and it's like turning and avoiding traffic and all this shit, and then you catch up to it, and it's the guy from 7, the Yakuza boss who likes to.
That dude's been around.
Baby play.
That's not his first game.
Has he really?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. That's so sick. Yeah, you stop it, and then like you look in the carriage, and it's like this grown man. He's like, and you're like, what the fuck?
No, I'm super uncomfortable.
The end of that sub story is like emotional, while absurd.
All right, y'all ready to start?
The best jokes in those two games. I mean, I'm sure there's equivalents to it in like other Yakuza games, but like the funniest thing that ever happens in those games is like you'll do a sub story, it'll finish, and then they'll take like the weirdest, most unlikely character and then either like make them a pound mate or make them like someone you can hire for your business.
Oh yeah.
Like every fucking time. It's so fucking funny. Like...
Yeah, Pirate Yakuza, it's like that, but they join your pirate crew.
Yep.
All right, we ready?
There's so many more than you think there would be.
So funny.
I'm ready.
The little cancer girl who like becomes a summon. I think about that every day of my life.
All right, roll call starts now. Brad,
Hello.
Crispy,
Hello.
Chris Davis.
Egon.
It's not okay anymore. It's just not okay.
No.
All right. Hey, everyone. Welcome to 4Player Podcast. This is episode 828. It is March 11th, 2025. I'm your host, Nick Henderson, of course, joined by the one and only Brad Simons.
Bill Murray was on Hot Ones. Did y'all watch that?
I have not watched
He
that yet.
tanked the bomb. It was crazy.
He
had,
tanked? Like he failed? Like he dropped out?
You don't know what tanking means?
What do you mean?
Like,
I don't know. No, I don't know what that means.
No
What is
issue.
it?
He
just,
had
like,
no
hit it.
issue.
Oh.
Tanking,
Oh.
like in video games, tanking means to like draw the aggro and like take all the damage.
Yeah. Okay. Sorry. I hadn't
In
realized.
Monster Hunter terms, it'd be like the Lance user, you know?
Fair enough. Sorry, let me get through this intro. Crispy's here. Hello, Crispy.
What's a good like abbreviation for Lance user? Maybe something like loser.
Shut the fuck up, Crispy. You wouldn't understand. You wouldn't even understand.
Oh man, we haven't even gotten to the intro yet, and they're already taking jabs at each other over Monster Hunter.
This
Chris
motherfucker
Davis
has no idea.
This Monster Hunter game is tearing us apart. It really
Shut
is.
up, everybody. Chris Davis is here. Hello, Chris Davis.
I said hello. How are you?
You know,
Pretty
I
good.
saw the fucking video about speedrun charts of like who has the fastest time on fucking, I don't know, Tempered Arcfeld or whatever. And like the Lance was like number 5 or 6 of 14 weapons, which is crazy.
Right in the middle of the pack.
That's not middle of the pack, bitch.
7 would be middle of the pack, so you're right.
So it's close.
For Lance though, like that is crazy. It's crazy. Like it,
All right.
it beat
Hey,
Longsword.
it's
I think.
fucking viable, guys.
No, that's not viable. It beat both bow guns.
I
It
take
beat
some
the bow.
comfort.
It beat the bow in both bow guns.
I take some comfort in the fact that I could probably just mute my microphone and walk away, and this podcast would take care of itself.
Isn't
Uh,
that
It
freeing?
beat the longsword.
Yeah, it is kind of freeing. Like, all right, guys, I'm going to bed.
It
Have
beat
fun.
dual blades. It
Um,
beat the longsword.
Brad, I'm gonna need you to stifle that for a hot second. We will talk about Monster Hunter Wilds tonight, but before we do that, a couple things. A little bit of news. I feel like we've kind of gotten away from talking about news, and I know we don't want to be a news-heavy show, but there is some interesting stuff this week that I wanted to make sure we mention at the top of the show. One being, and we did watch the entire insane 10-minute long video or trailer for Death Stranding 2 during trailer talk this evening. You know, we all know Crispy has a love affair with Death Stranding. Rightfully so. I more or less feel the same way. And Death Stranding 2 looks absolutely insane, but it has a release date now. It's coming out June 26th. And let me tell you, that trailer is fucking insanity. Crispy, I want to turn it over to Crispy. What are your immediate thoughts and reactions to the Death Stranding 2 trailer now that you've watched it?
Yeah, looks pretty fucking sick.
Stream of consciousness, baby.
Like, so one thing I guess maybe I was a little concerned about before watching that trailer was that like maybe it was gonna like maybe they took some of the criticism of the first game to heart a little too much, and they were gonna like try to like just make it kind of like a more sci-fi Metal Gear Solid, right? Where like
Like
you
a
run around
combat,
shooting
like make it more
people.
combat focused.
Right.
There are
I mean,
guns
because
now.
like well, there were guns in the other one, but yeah, like the whole sort of like kind of like theme that I guess he's been talking about is like the rope and the stick, and the first game's about the rope, which is about, you know, connecting people together. This game's about the stick, which is about, I don't know, guns, like shooting people.
Guns.
Like, yeah, it was about like hurting people. But some of the stuff we were seeing in that trailer that was like very clearly like extensions of the original game, like infrastructure that you're building for, you know,
The
making
infrastructure
deliveries and
is
stuff.
like
Looks
everybody talks
so
about.
sick. There was like a fucking
Yeah.
cargo monorail at one point that like it looked like a thing that he built, you know?
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah.
it looks so sick.
I was holding my breath and waiting for. I was like, I know it's done. I was like, God, show me a zip line. I was so fucking addicted to zip lines.
They saw
And
the
they
zip
show a
line.
zip line for a hot second, but it's like, I don't know what it was. Like it was like riding alongside a train, and I was just like, oh my God.
They showed a new type of like highway, and yeah, which I mean, look, I'm not saying I don't think the game should evolve beyond that first one. I just hope that, and you know, this isn't really something I would accuse Kojima of normally, but like I just hope that they're not like listening to people too much.
I think
and just kinda
Kojima
doing what they're gonna do.
I think Kojima is like one of the most uncompromising developers out
Have you
there.
played Metal Gear Solid 2 at launch?
Yeah.
He is so
I know.
dedicated to his.
I know,
Yeah.
and that's what I'm saying. Like, I don't really feel like that's a problem, but it was something I was thinking about that maybe I feel a little, you know, less worried about after watching this 10-minute deep dive. Also, I mean, fucking the balls on the man. Like,
Yeah,
I
the
love
balls
it. I
on
love
it.
it. I love it. Like,
Being
he's just
dumb.
like, whatever. I'm not gonna call him Solid Snake, but he's gonna be Solid Snake, and I'm gonna put Metal Gear Rex's head on a fucking giant tar monster and, you know, call it a day. Delightful. Thank you.
Yeah,
Like, like, I love that.
He's muted so we can't hear his stranded snake joke again that he stole from someone, probably.
I was going to say Plasma Anaconda, but thank you.
Plasma Anaconda. All right.
What the,
nice save, I guess.
Yeah. So yeah, that's man, that's coming sooner than I was expecting. I mean, it's obviously I think PlayStation needed something. I mean, we've talked about Ghost of Yotei being like kind of their big thing for the year, but I'm still not entirely convinced that's coming this year. But we'll see. So I guess it's not super surprising that this is coming soon. But that game is going to be huge.
There has been some speculation online that Kojima might pull another bait and switch with Metal Gear Solid 2, and you may not necessarily play as Sam that much.
Oh, you mean like do a bait and switch with the character, like the playable character?
Yeah.
Okay. I mean, it's a stacked cast, and he likes to do weird, crazy shit like that. So.
What's the speculation that you would end up playing Fragile or that
either Fragile or the new guy?
The new guy that
I don't think you're gonna play.
He's in love with Norman Reedus, though.
Yeah,
Norman Reedus is definitely in the game.
You know what would be fucking cool though? It like not necessarily like a Metal Gear Solid 2 bait and switch, but like if you are going back and forth between like Sam and Fragile, that would be
yeah.
I think that's definitely within the realm of possibility. And to Bognoise's point in chat, he says that new guy you mentioned looks more like a villain, and I think you're probably right on that front. He looks kind of like he's filling the Mads Mikkelsen role.
What fucking TV show is he in? That fucking.
I honestly did. That's like one of the few actors in there I didn't recognize.
Got to be obsessed with something. He's
an
doing,
Italian actor. I'll look
the way he's sucking at the cock of Hollywood.
Sometimes everyone every time I go to post this podcast, right? When I'm setting everything up on the back end, it gives you an option. I always kind of like freeze when I get to the option of like, is there adult content in this podcast, or is it kid friendly? And everyone's like, we cuss a lot, but it's all kid friendly. And then Brad says something like this, and it makes me rethink. Oh man, did you find that actor? Were you looking it up, Chris Davis?
I'm pulling it up right now. 1 second.
He's an Italian.
Luca Marinelli.
That checks out. Interesting.
What
the
a
other
handsome man, goddamn.
Okay. The other bit of news I wanted to mention, because this kind of came out of left field for me, Konami yesterday announced that there is a Silent Hill transmission, which is what they're calling their state of play things that are entirely focused on Silent Hill, on Thursday, the day after tomorrow, and it's going to be pulling the curtain back on Silent Hill F, which I am both excited and terrified about, because Silent Hill 2 was amazing. But I don't think that necessarily guarantees that like all these other Silent Hill projects are going to be amazing. And that Silent Hill F game, which is the one, if you remember, is the one that looks very much like it's kind of alluding to the fact that it might take place in like, I don't know, like in Japan or something. It's weird, which is exciting. But at the same time, it's made by a studio that doesn't have a lot of, doesn't have a lot under their belt, I suppose. But also, Blooper Team was kind of an underdog, I think, and that kind of pulled off a miracle, the Silent Hill 2 remake. No, Silent Hill F is not an interactive movie. You're thinking of Silent Hill Ascension, which has already run its course and died on the vine. See, that's like they're 50% of the projects they've released so far out of the Silent Hill reboot have been good. So I don't know. I don't know what to think.
The developers for Silent Hill F is Neobards.
Yes.
And they haven't done a whole lot that's spectacularly celebrated.
What have they done?
Resident Evil Reverse.
Yeah, that's what it was.
Just a lot of smaller things. They worked on the Dead Rising Deluxe Remaster, support work for Resident Evil 3 and the Devil May Cry HD collection.
This is definitely their first. This is definitely kind of their first, like, I mean, I guess you could say Resident Evil, was it Reverse? Is that what it was called? I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe that was kind of their first thing, but like this seems like a lot to trust the studio with. So, especially when this Silent Hill F looks to be like, it looks like it's supposed to be like the next like AAA like major entry in the franchise. Yeah, they're showing the game on Thursday.
Yeah, they're showing it.
They're gonna.
No, but have they shown it before?
No, they've shown it's a cinematic trailer.
Yeah,
it was a beautiful
so we
trailer.
Don't know that this is going to be like the next big AAA.
Well, they've talked about it. They've talked about what it is, more or less, or not in great detail, but they've kind of alluded to like.
What if it's a multiplayer shooter?
Oh my god! I mean, I don't
Silent
think
Hill
that's the case.
universe.
No. I mean, this very much feels like kind of like this is supposed to be like the next original entry in the core franchise. Like the other things they announced, like Townfall is kind of like a interactive like Telltale style game, which is kind of feels more like kind of like a side thing. Like this feels like it's supposed to be a traditional kind of like third person horror game that takes a very different spin on Silent Hill. So I don't know what to think. I'm both very excited and very nervous about it.
I mean, this is the last of the first round of Silent Hill projects that they've announced so far, other than the movie.
Well, Townfall they have not shown yet. Although someone remind me.
I thought that was the name of like that episodic thing. That was
no. That's Ascension. Again, that's Ascension.
The garbage one. Okay.
Isn't there like a Telltale series or something?
Yeah, that's Townfall. That is, and maybe Chris Davis, could you look up the studio behind Townfall? I think the studio that made God, what's that?
I think we know it was published by they
made the
publisher.
space horror game that I played.
Space horror.
But like somebody.
Oh, the PUBG one?
No.
Developed by No Code.
No Code.
A lot of space horror.
What's the space horror game they made? Somebody in chat might know what I'm talking about.
Is it?
It
Dead Space?
No, it's
Stories Untold.
No, they did do Stories Untold. Observation. Thank you.
Observation.
Yeah, it's it's one of those kind of like artsy horror games. That's like there's not a lot of like no action but in space, so it's like zero gravity, story driven horror or whatever. And it was cool. It was neat. But yeah, so like that's kind of like maybe the scope that they're doing with Townfall, but it's more like a Telltale style thing. So, but like they haven't shown anything about that, but like that still does feel like kind of a side project, I guess, compared to.
It was also being published by Annapurna, and I'm not certain if that's still the case.
Annapurna,
that was the other thing, and that might be why we haven't heard anything new about it in a while. But I think Annapurna, I don't remember exactly where they ended up. But I'm pretty sure Annapurna came out and said something like they assured that like the projects that they were working on were safe.
I mean, it's already paid for at this point.
Yeah, so. But anyways, yeah, that's happening on Thursday. So I guess, the next week we'll have more to say about that. I will anyways, because I'm the Silent Hill stan here. So, yeah. Yeah. Y'all ready to talk about what?
Hype. Hopefully it's cool.
Hopefully it's cool. Story of our lives. All right.
I mean, you say you're the real Silent Hill fan, but you didn't even play the last
Book of Memories
game from the creators of Silent Hill.
Which one are you talking about?
Slitterhead.
Slitterhead.
God.
Slitterhead does not do anything for me. Which was disappointing because I was really hoping it would.
I don't feel like you should be able to say the word Slitterhead in polite company.
Yeah.
I don't disagree with that either. I do not disagree with that. All right, where are we starting tonight? Because, we got more Monster Hunter to talk about.
We're starting with Split Fiction, bitch.
Yeah.
All right, we're talking about Split Fiction, which I picked up and I've been playing with my wife this past week. My wife. And this is from Hazelight, the studio that made It Takes Two, which, if y'all recall, was a amazing fucking video game that we praised very much for being like some of the most like how would you put it? Like the most has the most variety of gameplay in a game that I've played in a long time, and they definitely like after playing 3 or 4 hours of Split Fiction, it's very clear to me that they were like, okay, people really liked that, so now we're gonna come up with a concept that is built around encouraging more variety, because like the story they came up with It Takes Two was everything was kind of built around this one central theme of like this couple going through marriage trouble, whatever, and trying to come together to fix their relationship for the sake of their daughter. This game is like, hey, let's come up with a concept that just lets us run rampant with as many different ideas, like scattershot as many different ideas as humanly possible. So you have these two authors who think they're going to this publishing house, this futuristic publishing house, to be published. And one's it's so silly.
Corny.
It's a fantasy writer and a science fiction writer, and they both don't like each other very much, and they're just complete opposites in terms of like tastes or whatever. And they end up finding out that this publishing company is putting these writers into these machines and like letting them live out their ideas. Like it's kind of like plugging them into the Matrix, but they end up getting like stuck in the same machine and their ideas get like all tangled. So the entire game is you're working together very much like you did in It Takes Two, but trying to like navigate through this like wealth of like ideas that that were born from their heads as writers.
It's pretty like thank God the game is fun to play, because like I don't know where the story's going, but like, it's pretty stupid. It's like every 20 minutes you're like end up in a science fiction story, and the fantasy lady's like, oh no, we're in a science fiction story, and then like you go to a fantasy world, and the sci-fi lady's like, oh no, fantasy again, and they do that over and over and over again. It's like, come on.
I mean, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. But they I mean, it's a little they have some fun ideas, and it goes a little bit deeper than that, although that is on a 10,000 foot view, yes, that is what's happening. But obviously it's about them starting to come together and like appreciate the other person's like preferences and style.
I haven't gotten that far. Or are you making some assumptions? Have you gotten further than?
Yeah, I mean, oh my god, god damn it, Crispy! Don't put shit like that on the screen when I'm trying to talk. I can't.
I don't want you to see my room. It's messy.
I know. All I can see is myself. Please take that away.
So I did the level that you're doing now.
Dude, I apologize. We were on the struggle bus here a little bit. So what you're witnessing right here is a breakdown of communication.
Yeah.
Because essentially in this chapter of the game, you're both given the ability to like shapeshift into different things. So like my character can shapeshift into this like ape, and you can go if you press R2, you grow up. If you press L2, you grow down into something smaller. So like in my case, it's like this swimming like otter thing. And she turns into like a giant treant or like a walking tree, but she ends up like being absorbed into the earth, and now her character can control the environment. So as you can see, the split screen goes away. I'm running around in the world, and she's triggering things in the environment and helping me platform through it. And it took us like 10 minutes to get up this thing. So I apologize.
Dude, did y'all do the bomb shit yet?
It's in this footage.
Okay.
The hot
we
potato
were
shit. Dude, the hot potato. Okay, so
okay,
as you're going,
it seems like y'all. How much? Okay, before you continue, how much further are you than that stuff? Because
we stopped after the hot potato. Like I recorded this.
Okay, okay. So they are not where you are making some assumptions of like they're gonna come to understand each other's the sci-fi chick's gonna come to appreciate fantasy and
they're starting to like work together better.
A little bit. I'm just saying it's not there yet. It's not there yet.
Okay, fine, whatever.
The divorce is still on so far.
So
that's okay. So that's true.
I'm uneducated here. Is it bespoke worlds based on sci-fi or fantasy, or is it like sci-fi and fantasy rendered on top of one another based on your perspective?
No, it's different worlds. You go back and forth because you have different worlds.
Okay.
Like when very quickly if you go into a world and you're like, oh, this is clearly a world from Mio's perspective because she only writes sci-fi, and this world is definitely from I can't remember her name all of a sudden. But
are you playing it?
I'm playing as Mia. That's probably why I've only memorized her.
Sci-fi guy over here hates fantasy. I fucking knew it. I fucking knew you hated fantasy.
And he's always saying that. He says, "Guys, I hate."
Him and Mio.
Yeah,
that's so. I'm also playing Mio. Because
you bitch.
Malia was like, "Ooh, sci-fi."
I actually chose to play as Zoe.
Wait, are you playing this too? Chris,
no, I just made
Davis. Oh, we made a Resident Evil 7 joke. Damn it.
Yeah. So I will say, it's I don't know. Go ahead, Nick.
Wait, what? Okay. Well,
there's some neat ideas here. They do that. This is like the strength of the game. They find cool new co-op ideas, and
dude, that boss fight at the end of the first like sci-fi level where you're like on motorcycles driving around the arena and like trying to take down this giant mech together was honestly like super cool. I feel like that might be in the running for like my favorite boss fight of the year. It was so cool.
But they're like good. You know how like it's like the UFO 50 of like co-op mini games. You know what I mean? Like I don't think like any individual one is gonna win like game of the year or anything, right?
But that's not what it's about. I don't think they're expecting that to be the case.
I know, motherfucker. I know. That wasn't the idea of UFO 52, but like it is all of it together that makes it like this impressive thing. But it's not like at any given moment, like any mechanic or like system or like just like game feel is like it's all kind of like B- tier, right? But like
wait.
I'm talking about game feel and like mechanical depth and stuff. I'm saying
I have to ask. This is not the tune you were singing about It Takes Two, and this is more It Takes Two.
No, I'm enjoying this like just as much as I enjoyed It Takes Two, which I enjoyed a lot. What I'm saying is the strength is that they keep coming up with really creative ideas.
Yes.
But I'm saying like game feel wise and game depth wise, it's really not that deep, and it doesn't feel like amazing. You know what I mean?
I mean, like, I would argue it's all.
I'm saying it's all like a it's a B- in terms of game feel and
dude, I don't know. I don't know
complexity.
If I buy into that. Because like what's making the game, what's elevating the game feel for me is the interaction you have with the partner, especially if you're playing with someone like sitting right next to you. Because like just the the level of coordination and cooperation is amazing.
The value of this game, just like Zero Skies in chat says, Astrobot wasn't deep, still a game of the year contender. I'm not saying this isn't a game of the year contender. I'm saying if you break it down into like individual elements, like any one of these things, like you cannot make a full game out of it, right? Like it
No.
is the collection of crazy ideas that makes this fun.
Like, but like,
So,
just
so like when you say like an individual boss fight is like, you know, the most
that
amazing
boss
boss
fight
of the
wasn't.
year, it's like, I mean, it's a neat idea, but it also like that was a bit of a mess. Like in its own like.
I feel like we were jiving pretty well on that boss fight. Like we were, and my wife is like one of the people. Like she's one like when suddenly you're in like a driving sequence. She's like notorious. She's like, I can't stand driving sequences in games. So she's like having a panic attack when you put her behind the wheel of a car or motorcycle, whatever, in a game. And
she love Borderlands?
That's interesting. Can we talk about that for a minute?
No.
Because what is the difference between controlling a car and controlling a character, really?
I think it's the
Besides just,
speed.
like,
I
an
think it's the
aesthetic-
speed in which. I think it's the
Okay,
reaction
but
time. I don't
if
know.
you were like running really fast, that would
Well,
be.
you don't really like crash Kratos when you do it badly.
Also, this is also one of those games too where it's like one person is driving and one person's like shooting off the back of the thing. So like it becomes this game of like, oh my god, what should I be paying attention to? And there's just all this like sensory overload going on around you. So like there's this whole sequence where you're driving on these motorcycles through this like thing like shit's chasing you and exploding, and she was like struggling. And then we ended up getting into this point where we're in this arena and we're driving around this big open arena, both on separate motorcycles, trying to take down this giant mech. And then like it falls to the ground. You have to ride up these ramps and drop bombs into it and stuff. And by the time we got to the end of it, we were both like, we were communicating and we were like, all right, you know, yelling to each other like when, you know, someone does something.
Mm-hmm.
And like that shit is just so magical. It's like,
I remember now my It Takes Two take, which is a game I really enjoyed, but I remember saying at the time, I'm having fun because I'm playing with Malia, who was struggling, especially with the platforming, which she hates. She talks shit about it constantly. But like what made that experience enjoyable is how like is kind of how not like on the same level as gamers are, you know, that we are, where, you know, there's moments where I'm trying to help her and moments where she's really struggling, and you know, it leads to a lot of funny moments where like she's just about to lose it. And for me, it's like super easy. And I remember saying this about It Takes Two, but I feel like if I was playing this game with someone that was
experienced,
like, you know, like any one of us, to me, it would probably be a little boring. I'm glad I'm playing with this with my wife because it's too easy otherwise. Right? It would be too easy.
But like the game also.
Are you saying?
God, here we go.
Are you saying that like? Hang on. Are you saying you like playing with your wife because like you're experiencing the novelty of it through her like non-gamer eyes, or because she is technically so bad that it makes the game more difficult?
Well, it's fun because, you know, I mean the co-op interactions are fun, but I think the scenarios are more fun when there's like
crispy set traps.
There's a bit of a divide in terms of skill level. Yeah, it's fun. It's
like
fun. Like when we were doing the thing like flying the car through like the cyberpunk city, and like I was shooting, she kept crashing into shit, and we were dying laughing because she just could not control that thing. And then she handed me the controller, and I started crashing because it controls like a B- game. Sorry, Nick, it's true. It's fucking true. And I was crashing too, so it was funny. It was comedy, but I feel like if I was playing with some pro gamers, it'd be like, yeah, man, we're doing.
Well, no, but
it would
like
be so fucking easy.
Look, I will say this: my wife is a bit of a gamer herself.
I know. She plays like Elden Ring and shit. I know.
Yeah,
I'm talking about my wife.
She has triple lapped me on Elden Ring.
Yeah.
She's a beast.
Yeah, but she's probably using she's probably using magic or some bullshit bit, you know. Because can she fucking solo Millennia with just a pod on her head? You know.
No. But
she probably levels up vitality or
listen, bitch. The point is, she's definitely not really, she only panics when they put her behind the wheel of a car. Yeah. So like most of this game, which is not behind the wheel of a car, is you know, we're both kind of on the same level. We're on even footing, and we're having plenty of fun. And there are challenges like this hot potato thing. I don't know if we'll get to it in the footage here, but like actually we're about to start it. This hot potato game, so fun.
It's
so you go into the
Nick, hold on. But before you get to the hot potato, can you level with me, like man to man, from one sci-fi guy to another? Like, the fantasy shit is boring. Like the sci-fi chick is right. Her shit is cooler than the fantasy chick stuff so far.
I mean,
Right? Like most
look,
of the sci-fi minigames are better than
I
any
will
of the fantasy
I
shit.
will agree with you, except for there's the fantasy level where you're playing as a pig.
It's a clever idea where like,
Which is very
I wrote this story when I was a child, right? It's not just like you're in one story. There are side stories you can find, which are like
So
off the beaten path, I think. I don't know if they're optional or not.
No,
But
they
like
are
one of them you go in
They are
is a children's story and it's like absurd and you're a pig that farts rainbows and as one of the characters, and it's like I get it. It's a clever idea and I hope they do more of that stuff, right?
Oh my god.
Like I've been joking with my wife about the stuff that's gonna happen in this game. Like, oh, you're gonna go to a sci-fi world, but the sci-fi chick's like, wait, I don't remember writing this. And then like the fantasy chick's like, actually, I dabbled in sci-fi a little bit. And it's like maybe it just like sucks or something. Like there's gonna be some clever stuff like that, and that's what I'm here for. And I can't wait for the line of like, no, this is our story. You know, like that's in the game for sure, right?
Probably, yeah.
Can't
so you're
wait.
making educated guesses too, you bitch. Okay, look, listen.
Keyword educated.
Do you remember how the pig level ended?
I don't rember.
Do they violently dismember the pig? What?
Had to do with hot dogs.
The hot dogs. Yeah, they spoiled that in the trailer though.
Oh my god, I was right.
Yes, kind of.
No,
but it's so unexpected.
That pig is in this one.
Yeah, that's too. Okay, listen. So the side story thing is one of my favorite thing about this game so far. Okay, it's just another way of introducing more crazy ideas. Like it's like we couldn't be switching ideas so frequently that something the game doesn't have any like cohesive through line or whatever. So they found this like idea where it's like we'll hide these side stories that are accessible off the beaten path. They're completely optional, but if you find them and go into them, they're like mini levels that are completely different concepts. Like so in this one right here. You go in and she has written this story about being in this futuristic sci-fi game show where it's like you're playing hot potato with a bomb and you have to like do these obstacle courses while tossing the bomb back and forth because if you hold onto the bomb for too long it'll explode. But the obstacle course keeps getting trickier and trickier and trickier, and it's chaos. So like my wife and I are sitting here, we're on the couch and we're like, okay, we're gonna have to coordinate. Like I'm gonna every time I throw this bomb, I'm gonna be like throwing now, and so like we're just sitting in here yelling back and forth, screaming, playing this game together, and it was so much fun. And every single one of these side stories is completely unexpected and super charming and cute so far. So like I'm into this game. I'm digging it. It is admittedly more It Takes Two. Like they made It Takes Two too, but like, you know, basically. Which is fine because like I think It Takes Two is peak, like is what the studio is like the peak thing the studio has done so far.
True. It Takes Two though had the benefit of like small people in big world, which is always goated, right? You know?
Which will probably happen at some point in this game. But like it also had a more cohesive
this game
story.
Gets crazier because right now it doesn't feel all that like it's fun, but it does feel kind of like frivolous. I mean, granted, I'm playing like Monster Hunter, and I'm like, yeah, sure, this can be a night where we play this game instead of me playing Monster Hunter. That's fine. But I'm not really holding it against this game. It is nice. I will say there are I have very long days and I can be very tired at the end of the day. Some of these fantasy segments I'm like falling asleep. Like where you're turning into like the ape and the tree man. That none of that shit was that good. Come on. The sci-fi stuff is pretty sick.
I mean, I will say the level that I'm in right now, which is the ape level, not my favorite. No. It's not my favorite, but like there are levels in It Takes Two that were like not my favorite, but like whatever. They can't all be like absolute bangers, right? But I do. At the end of the
craziest
day,
part, it was a sci-fi story, of course. They were doing so much shit with like perspective shifting and like one person walking on the walls while the other person's like walking underneath. That shit was pretty cool, and that's what I want to see more of. Like the kind of stuff that's like really kind of fucking trippy.
I still feel like I have a lot more of this game to go.
Oh yeah. It Takes Two was way too long, and I assume this is going to be way too long.
This is about 14 hours according to
14 hours. That is too long.
I mean, I didn't think It Takes Two was too long, except for the fact that my wife and I literally dragged our feet finishing it, and we finished it like 10 months after we started it.
And I still can't believe It Takes Two won Game of the Year at the Game Awards. which is stupid.
Dude, I believe it 100%, dude. It was almost my game of the year. So,
but
like,
it wasn't. That's the point. That's the point.
But it's like it's the same way that Astro. It doesn't surprise me or even bum me out that Astrobot won.
Okay,
you know what I mean? Like it's the same thing.
Astrobot is much more like of an accomplished, like polished fucking platformer. You know,
I don't know where all this It Takes Two hate is coming from all of a sudden.
It's not It Takes Two hate. It's like we need to admit that this is frivolous bullshit. It's great, but it is still like, you know, number 2. I mean, you know, it's not number 1. Okay. It was just because fuck the Oscars guy was there.
No,
you know,
dude.
And Jeff Keighley loves him. It was like election. He was back there throwing away
dude.
Reese Witherspoon's votes. It's bullshit. Who was actually supposed to win that year? Or
dude.
What was actually the game of the year?
Look, man. It Takes Two.
What year did It Takes Two come out?
I'm not a huge fan of Hazelight's projects before this.
What?
Straight
Brothers?
up.
A Tale of Two Sons?
Yeah, it didn't do much for me.
You
didn't do
asshole.
much for you?
That was actual art. That was
Oh
actual art.
God.
This is.
How did that
This
not
is
just like
frivolous.
gut you?
Jesus.
Oh man, this is getting frustrating. Let's move
The
on.
entire room has turned against you now.
I swear to God that like when we were talking about It Takes Two, Brad was not heaping mountains of shit on it, which is what it feels like he's doing now.
You're not understanding. First of all, I'm not far enough to really come to any sort of grand conclusion about this game. I feel like I may be like 15% into this fucking game, right? Especially if it's 14 hours long. But like, it's not like, it is not one game of the year yet, Nick. It's got a long way to go. No, but
I didn't
you
say
know what
that.
I'm saying, right? We've played the same game about the same amount of time. It's fun. It's breezy. I'm saying there isn't, you know, it hasn't done it yet. It hasn't done it yet. Like It Takes Two was immediately, to me, had a much more like appealing concept and art style. Well, I mean, concepts are both kind of cool, but I'm saying like the characters were very
I'm not gonna argue
like
with that.
one
I
dude
think
was like claymation, the other dude was like a crochet lady, like and there were a small and a big world. Like it was immediately interesting. This is like kind of, you know,
I'm not going to argue with you about that because I do think
so
I've said it already, and I don't even know why I'm having to like defend this because I do think the story and the concept, the novelty of It Takes Two was on the surface better. This is just
the first couple hours at least.
This dude, I think It Takes Two is a fucking banger from start to finish. Like that.
No, I'm saying like a couple hours in It Takes Two versus a couple hours into this game. Layered it onto that is the fact that we have played one of these before. I was just up to this point maybe more impressed by It Takes Two, but I also have complete faith that this game still has a lot of wowing to do. I believe that. I'm just saying I can't lie to myself here. That's all.
All right. No lying necessary.
It Takes Two came out what 2021 was game of the year 2021.
I think for me it was Returnal.
Yeah. That was a good one. You had It Takes Two at number 2.
Yep, I sure did. All right. Let's move. God, this boss fight was pretty cool.
Maybe it's just a soft year.
A flash.
2021.
Yeah, maybe it's just a soft year. Oh, Inscription came out. Chicory, Monster Hunter Rise, Wilderness, Psychonauts 2, Metroid Dread, Lost Judgment.
It was a pretty good year, actually. All right.
Astalon, Loop Hero, Forgotten City, Guardians of the Galaxy. Remember that one? Guardians of the Galaxy. Are you trying to tell me?
I was thinking about that game the other day, and I really want to finish it. I heard it was
Hitman 3.
You never finished Guardians of the Galaxy?
I finished Guardians of the Galaxy.
Hitman 3.
You motherfucker.
Metroid Dread. I also want to play. I bet it's pretty good. Like
the Forgotten City. You get the Forgotten City your game of the year, Crispy? I'm looking at this list.
That was a good game.
Forgotten City is my game of the year.
Yeah, in 2021.
Oh, I think I gave it that with the asterisk of like, I didn't play this, but I believe it has to be my game of the year.
Well, maybe it was actually Inscription or Endwalker.
He did a different.
You know what's crazy about that is that I didn't then go and play it.
Halo Infinite was on your list.
Monster.
I know.
It was a bit of a soft year, maybe.
Dude,
I
well,
don't say that very
what I was saying,
often.
Metroid Dread, right? Metroid Dread. I don't know. Probably pretty good. I would like to play it.
It is pretty
someday
good.
when
It
I,
is pretty good.
have nothing else to play.
certainly-
But no matter how good it is, the David Jaffe discourse we got out of it was
That's true. That's
totally
true.
worth
that
it.
was pretty. I mean,
Totally
but you
worth
know,
it.
we've seen so many times David Jaffe made himself look like
No,
an
but that
idiot,
was a
so-
great low stakes. Like, oh, great, he's just being a buffoon about something that doesn't.
because
matter.
everyone was so like because everything about Metroid Dread was good vibes at the time.
Yeah, yeah.
Everything
And then he
was-
got to be the villain.
Yeah.
Ah!
All right. So clear. Okay. Well, real quick. I haven't because Monster Hunter will be. We're going to talk about that when we come back from the break because that'll be a big conversation. So
I don't know actually. I mean,
probably
we talked a lot about it last week.
it'll be bigger
No.
than anything else we kind of
I'm
had.
gonna make
to
it a
talk
big
about.
conversation, okay?
got
So
some
I do.
footage.
We kind of talked about it before we started recording, Crispy. But like I did mention that I had kept playing Like a Dragon, and you said, and I am moving at a snail's pace in this game, which is primarily because I just can't stop playing
Nick,
Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
But you have to understand now, like, why when we ended that stream, I was so like, man, if we just go another hour, like,
Yes.
it would be fucking cool.
Yeah.
Because we ended at a really like tough point, and I get it. It was late, whatever. We're all adults, we got lives, right? But yeah, that was a tough place to walk away from. To just be like, oh well, I guess I'll hear about it after Nick plays it then.
And I have played it. I'm on chapter 3 now.
The first dungeon of the game, the first time when you go into the Seiryu clan headquarters, and then a bunch of story shit happens.
Yes.
And then you end up like in the kind of like you're now like in the tutorial of like how to live in Yokohama,
Yeah.
like
I've picked up garbage.
yeah, Injincho. So now you're
Yes.
gonna learn about like what Injincho is, and
So am
like,
I
what
getting
the-
close? Am I getting close to where it kind of like takes the like where it like lets me out to just kind of like do the
Yeah,
things?
yeah, you're
Yeah.
about to go to WeWork, and WeWork is where
Yeah,
it'll
yeah.
unlock like the job system and everything. And then once that happens, you're basically like in it,
Rad. Right
Um,
on.
So you're so close. You're so close to there, and like, tell me the fucking drama in this game hasn't been just like fucking
Dude,
peak
the
so
drama
far.
the drama is great. Ichiban's story and kind of setup is great.
Ichiban's
I totally get why y'all love the character.
Mm-hmm.
He's great.
I made his
Um,
cell phone ringtone my cell phone ringtone.
You love the character too, right?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah,
he thinks he's
that's what I just said.
Okay,
Yeah, no, I love the character. I mean, I like the characters. Like, even though I've never been fully on board for just kind of like how over the top wacky Yakuza as a whole gets.
Well, this one's the whack. I mean, this one
This
is
is-
wackier
This is
than.
I feel like Ichiban's story is such a cool setup, and it's easing me into the wackiness gently.
Mm.
I don't think I'm ever gonna be quite on board for like pirate Yakuza. I feel like that's maybe crossing a line for me. I don't know.
no, you'll go for it. Trust me.
I
I
think
don't think he will.
I think
Brad still
Nick,
seems like he
if-
doesn't
I
believe
think
I'm
if you
even gonna finish
get-
this game.
I
I
don't
think if-
believe he'll finish it. No.
I think if you get far enough in this game that like the main the main story of the game is really important and really really good. Like the main story in this game is really good. It's really like dramatic and got this like kind of
The
almost soap
betrayal,
opera,
man. The
like, this
betrayal.
soap opera quality to it. Yeah, like shit like that is happening the whole fucking game. And like the stuff you learn about people and like it's really
Babies
like
and lockers.
dude, don't even fucking
Don't-
start
don't
with me
tease
right now.
Uh,
Don't even
He's gotta
fucking
earn it.
start with me right now. I had to watch the cutscene where fucking what's his face is like punching the locker trying to get the baby out with Nick and like not say anything. Like
Screaming
that was
eternally?
awful. That was awful. Like I was screaming on the inside. I was like crying like oh no. Like I think once you get a better taste of that, and like you really feel like, especially towards the end when it's just like, I gotta keep playing, gotta keep playing, gotta keep like, what's going on? You know, like I gotta see this through. It'll click. It'll make more sense because like
I mean,
even where you're at right now, you know, and for like a few hours after where you're at, I was playing this game feeling like, yeah, this is really great. I still don't really like. I'm having a lot of fun, but like, okay, like I have more questions than answers, and I don't really know what's going on, and it wasn't really like really chugging yet. You know what I mean? It wasn't
Okay.
really on the tracks yet. And then once it got on the tracks, and I started like, I started like seeing the web, you know, seeing the code. I was like,
Yeah.
oh fuck, this is crazy.
Okay.
Please just bear with it, Nick.
I am, and maybe next Monday or something we can do another.
I would love to.
Dual
I would
stream.
love
Yeah.
to. I'll be around.
That
I
is
look
definitely
forward to
something I
you-
want to do more of because it was great fun. What's up,
I look forward to
Dave?
you finding the mini game about the small business.
Dude,
Okay.
The
Ichiban
management game?
Confections is
Yeah.
so
If
fun.
if Nick gets through the management minigame, maybe I'll be convinced that he's a Yakuza fan now.
If he at least gets
You get a new female party member if you complete that entire minigame.
That's all you
have
had
to
to say.
complete it.
Consider it
you
done.
don't have to complete it. You just have
You don't have
to
to
get
complete it to get her. You have to get pretty far though.
you have to get far enough. You have to get far. You have to complete, I think, 2 of Ken. What's his name? I just want to say Ken Watanabe, and that's not correct.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, that's not right.
There's like a rich man. You probably have met him or are about to meet him, but there's like this rich guy who basically funds your business, and then he sets these like goals, and after you've hit like 2 of them, the company grows, and at that point, then what's her face joins your party,
Okay.
and it's great. That's great.
You know,
Nick,
it would be great if she was optional, and I feel like because of that, we'll never see her in the series again, and it makes me sad.
Yeah. She's not in Infinite Wealth? I
Not
guess
at all.
not, right? There's
Not
way
at
too many
all.
people in Infinite
Yeah.
Wealth already. Like I have like 5 people in my party and they're all new.
Infinite Wealth just keeps
period,
getting more
but-
crowded. Yeah.
Well,
They bring back a lot. Maybe she is. Maybe I didn't do all the sub stories. I don't know. No, I would have known. I did most everything.
this is all just for me to say that I am still moving along at a snail's pace, but I'm enjoying the shit out of this game. And also runs amazingly well on the Steam Deck, so it's like perfect.
Yeah,
Like
the
take it to
bones
work and
running
play it on my
underneath
lunch break.
Like
Yakuza games are
all I'm
all-
saying is like right now and for a little while you're going to be driven mostly by just like the fun of the game, which it is very fun, but like you know, when I'm talking about like the Seiryu clan and the fucking Gomi Jewel and like the what's the Chinese mafia called? Like
Oh, I just met the guy from the Chinese Mafia last night.
Yeah. Like the 3-way like power struggle like
Yeah.
when that
The
shit starts
triad?
taking off. No, it's not the
Well, I mean,
No,
the triad is what they are.
They have a
basically,
name for
but-
they have
no,
a
it's
name
like
for
the
the
local
3.
sect of them.
The
Something
Liamong,
snake.
The Liamong, yeah, that's what it is.
Okay.
but it's basically the
Liamong.
triad.
I guess.
But,
The head
but
chef
anyways,
of the Liamong.
I would say this maybe we'll let everybody know in Discord, but like maybe next Monday night or something, or one night next week. Usually Monday is when I stream, but like Monday night, maybe I'll do another Yakuza stream where Crispy joins, and maybe Nolan will pop in again. Who knows?
Dude, in like 2 years when you finish that game, there's like some explosive revelations that you're just gonna be like, oh, like I can't.
All right.
I can't wait to talk about
I would probably be spending a lot of time playing Yakuza if I hadn't if I could just pull myself away from Kingdom Come Deliverance 2.
You're right.
Fuck,
You should.
I did not
quit
expect that game.
Dude,
I did not expect that game to take over my life.
You need to understand there are casinos in Yakuza, not just like peasants rolling dice on the fucking street. There are casinos where you can play casino games and make a lot
That's
of
not
money.
a good idea. I
And
can already
they're really addictive, and you should play those.
And if you play certain mini games outside
You're
of
a bad
those, you can
influence.
actually get
There's
like
a-
bonus multipliers for those.
There's
casino
a
games.
side story where you walk into a public restroom and you go into the back stall and you're like, huh, what's this? And then like you open a secret door to like a fancy underground casino. Like it's,
What the fuck?
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
so funny.
Because gambling's illegal. They gotta hide it all.
They hide it and they hide it. Yeah, there's 2 casinos in Yokohama. There's like the one hidden in the bathroom and there's like one under a bridge somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Okay. All right, guys, we're going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to dive back into Monster Hunter Wilds. And of course, we'll wrap up with the 4-player minute. So if you're watching us live or listening at home, don't go anywhere. We'll be right back.
Dude, one of those casinos you have to play at to get like Odachi's like or Adachi-san's fucking I called him Odachi. Adachi-san's like best fucking weapons. So
if you want to comp with.
Still, I'm not even at a point yet where I can like
his
buy
enforcer
equipment and
weapons. Yeah.
Do you what's the
I made him a
podcast
cop.
number?
828.
828.
Yeah, it's a good look. It's a good fucking video
Adachi-san
game.
is a cop, unfortunately. There's a lot of cops in these games.
It's like an ex-cop,
like-
though, right?
Well,
Yeah,
in
he
Infinite
was-
Wealth, he's an ex-cop.
I will say this.
Well,
I feel like
I guess he's an ex-cop in 7.
I feel like I'm going to struggle
He's a
with
meter
names.
maid technically when you meet him,
Yeah.
I think.
At this point, there's only 2 names that I remember. If you ask me like who's this and what's
Arakawa.
No, I can remember
Wow.
Ichiban, he's the main character, and I can remember the Omi Alliance for whatever reason.
What about Kasuga?
And the Tosho clan.
The Tojo clan.
Do you remember who
Tojo
Kasuga?
clan. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm gonna struggle.
It's okay. The Tojo clan's
names.
only in this one, so don't worry about it.
Do you?
But like the
Tojo
cop
clan
guy-
isn't going to be a thing after this. Don't worry about
What's
it.
the name of the guy who like kind of picks you up and
Adachi.
Adachi. See, I'm gonna
Yeah.
struggle so hard with
Adachi-san.
remembering people's names.
You're in Ijincho, right? You've met Namba.
Yes, I met Namba, but I couldn't
Okay. Yeah.
until you just said it. I couldn't remember what his name was.
Namba.
And I
Just
met
wait
the
till you
douchebag.
meet the queen of the Gomi Jewel.
Wait till you get your the queen of the Gomi Jewel. Oh, she's so fucking hot. Anyway, wait till you
And
get
it's
your like actual hideout. Like you get like there's like a bar that like all of your party hangs out at. That's so sick.
Yeah.
also we humbly apologize that all of the ladies' job classes are extremely sexist.
They are.
That's
But
not entirely surprising.
They are pretty sick though.
they are pretty sick. like you should make Sachan a idol. I mean, it's ridiculous, but you should. That's her probably her best class.
Noted. I'll be right back.
How far did you get in Pirate Yakuza before you stopped, Brad?
I don't even remember. Honestly, that's a different life.
Okay.
I mean,
We'll
I'll
bring
get
it back
back
up
to
when we
it
come back.
eventually. It's no big a deal. Play mini Yakuza games. I only stopped it because just a lot out.
Yeah.
I mean,
By a lot, you mean
Kingdom
Monster
Come, Yakuza, Avowed. Like I had planned to go back to finish all of those games. I was enjoying all of them. So, but just on hold.
Yeah, I get you. There was something coming out next week, wasn't there? Let's see.
I just can't believe people gave, like, most websites gave Game of the Year to It Takes Two. I mean, like most, like it won the most Game of the Year awards. So something was definitely up that year. Maybe it was just a bad year for AAA.
Maybe. Oh, it was Assassin's Creed Shadows is next week. Okay. Gotcha.
That's crazy. I think that happened not because everyone thought it was like the best game of the year, and more just like the game that everyone agreed that everyone likes because it's and impossible to hate. Kind of like an Astrobot, honestly, but Astrobot is certainly like better, It's people like to have fun. It's just fun. Man, shut the fuck up. Fun. I love that. Talk about having fun. We just want to have fun. Fucking just let us love Star Wars, man. Sonic. Sorry. Crispy's back. Just let us love Sonic. Oh man, did you watch that Northern Lion video? I trolled the film channel with, where he's talking about films for grown-ups and films for children? You're muted. You should watch that video. It's so rude, but he's so kind of right. Oh man, it's so funny too, because as soon as that I posted that video, Terrace Kasi popped, like he is the first one to speak after I dropped a link, and his name is Terrace Kasi, and I was like, oh god, don't watch that video. It's probably so offensive to you. Oh, it's the one called Lord of the Rings is for children or something.
Oh,
or
yeah.
a kids
I did
film.
watch that.
No, you should watch it. He's trolling, but there's a little bit of truth there.
So sick.
He's like,
did it come out of
if
that?
your favorite movie of all time is also a 12-year-old's favorite movie of all time, you like a kid's movie. I mean, it's a kid's movie. Like it's kind of what he's saying, but he's saying, it's just not. It's not a grown-up's choice for favorite movie of all time. That's all. That's all he's saying. You should watch it. He's funnier than me.
Did that come from his Trick Shop Simulator streams?
Oh yeah, he said so much stream of
Like,
consciousness.
just like completely like disassociated and just spitting bars.
It's so good though. It's so good.
I
Everyone's like, I don't
can't
understand how you could just play this. Like, dude, this is like a modern day philosopher, and the only thing you can think about is the fact that he's throwing coins at the bottle
Every time like
caps.
people are complaining, he's just like talking about how like spiritually weak they are. Like, it's so funny. Dude, my first exposure to Northern Lion was his Dark Souls Let's Plays, which
Oh god, that was forever ago.
Which is what got me to like finally actually like play and finish Dark Souls.
Wow.
Like I had tried and bounced like 3 times before, and then I was like, I'm gonna do it this time, and I'm gonna like watch a Let's Play just to kind of like ease my anxiety about it. And I started with his, and the fact that he is now like, one of the only ones who are still out there doing it and hasn't become a
the last of the real
psycho.
ones.
Yeah, and hasn't just like become a complete psycho. Like,
yeah,
I feel blessed.
Yeah, for real.
Yeah.
For real, honestly.
Hell yeah. Oh my god.
No, if there was ever any dirt on Northern Lion, keep it to yourself, man. Don't ruin this one for me.
Yeah. Yeah, not him too. He's the hero we need.
The second most after It Takes Two was Resident Evil Village. Huh.
Second most what?
Game of the Year awards. Like tracked on 442 publications, It Takes Two did win the most Game of the Years. 19.9% of Game of the Years went to It Takes Two. Then Village, then Forza Horizon 5, then Deathloop, then Metroid Dread, Halo Infinite, Returnal, Psychonauts 2. It gets pretty normal after that, after the frivolous bullshit. Resident Evil Village is a game. If I asked you what is the Metacritic score for Resident Evil Village, what would you say?
Who are you asking?
Anybody.
89.
Nick?
Let's say.
Oh, it's like 95.
86.
Chris Davis? The Metacritic score
again?
for Resident Evil Village?
Resident Evil Village? Metacritic score or Open Critic?
Yeah. What's your guess as to the?
Whatever. Just guess the damn score.
I don't know. 88?
Okay. I'm around all of that, right? I would have said probably like an 87. It's like an 83. Wait, let me look. Right? Doesn't that seem crazy? Like that game is kind of a banger. Like who was scoring that
Considering
game?
the reception, that does feel off, yeah.
There were a few people who just weren't feeling it.
Look, these are the platform scores breakdown. 84, 83, 83, 81.
Just out of curiosity.
That's all the major platforms.
Just out of curiosity, what is the score for Resident Evil 7?
Oh, I don't know. Probably higher than that. I'm just saying that's weirdly low, right? I thought everyone agreed that Village is pretty sick.
Maybe, I don't know. For me,
yeah, but Resident Evil 7 came. it it was like the first one of.
Is Village the 4 remake?
No, Village is the one with Lady Dimitrescu,
86.
the
7 is in
giant
86.
the giant vampire lady with the big boobs.
Oh, yeah.
7 is in 86.
Big Mommy.
Big Mommy.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Even the vibes were good on that one. Like everyone was having a good fucking time when that game came out.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
Was it the werewolf thing? Did that throw people off? They weren't really
Are we
into the werewolf
getting the new Resident Evil? There's got to be a Resident Evil coming out this year, right? After
year?
Wilds, which granted Capcom doesn't have to worry about money anymore now that after Wilds came out. But what I'm saying is like they got to have something for the fall, right?
I mean,
right?
Resident Evil could be it. Yeah, I just don't know when.
I mean,
we're gonna
what
hear
else
about
do
it.
they have? I mean, because they're showing Onimusha as a next year game, right?
Yeah, but they've
There's
got
no way a
Onimusha
Resident
2 remaster. But
There's
that's
no
not
way
gonna
a
be
Resident
much.
Evil game does not come out.
That
before...
Onimusha 2 remaster doesn't even factor in Chris Davis.
Yeah, that's.
He asked what
It's
else there
not
was.
even on. It is not
nothing.
even
It's literally
on.
nothing. I'm talking about a real
scale.
video game. A real video game.
Wow, rude.
When you
That's
say it like
rude
that,
to
Brad,
Onimusha
it
2.
sounds
That's a
very
really good
rude.
game.
Okay, it's a fucking like
I
a
get what you're
phoned-in
saying.
remaster of a PS2 game. It's not a real release. That the last low effort remaster of Onimusha they did sold like 3 copies.
To answer your question, Brad, I think yes, it's safe to assume we'll probably hear about Resident Evil 9 in the summer and for it to release in the fall.
Which I think when we do hear about it, it is going to be a quick turnaround like that. I think it'll be out within 5 months.
They usually announce them in like if they announce in like October, November, it's out in January.
Now some people saying it could be in January, yeah. But I would say because they have nothing else in the fall, I think that timing makes sense.
Remember, it's fiscal year is what's important here. So when is the fiscal year in? Like February?
No, you're
or
right.
something?
You're right. But I'm just saying the gap. Like it doesn't. Christmas is still a thing, even in Japan, or wherever the fuck Resident Evil sells, which is everywhere. I don't know. Feels right, unless they got some other shit up their sleeve.
I mean, I know this is a 0.001% chance, but Capcom
But you're going to say it anyways.
did make some news this week about they re-upped the trademark in Japan for Dino Crisis.
That's basically just to ensure that nobody can take it from them.
Not
that doesn't
necessarily.
translate to new awesome Dino Crisis game coming out in the fall.
I mean, God, Lord have mercy. If that was what they had for the fall, I would be.
Yeah.
I'm not even gonna say I'd be ecstatic because
it's not real. It's not fucking real. Wait.
Also,
we
they
know
could announce
Resident Evil 9 has been a poorly kept secret for a very long time.
I know.
Yeah.
Resident Evil 9 is definitely the next
that's a
major
good-
release.
I couldn't find the art. Was it Nalufi that made it? Who the remember the Monster Hunter art of us in Monster Hunter gear?
Yeah.
I couldn't find it. I was looking for it today.
I have it.
Oh. Post that shit. Pragmata, dude. Could be
Pragmata.
Pragmata. How sick would it be if Pragmata was like secretly a Resident Evil?
It was the
game?
green
Like
goddamn
what if they
that
were
they-
showing us Resident Evil the whole time and we just didn't know? Like some shit like that would be sick, right? I don't know.
Is there anything we're not thinking of from the NVIDIA leak?
Probably a
Resident
lot.
Evil 9?
The NVIDIA leak
All
from,
of that
like,
stuff has
2
like
years
either come
ago?
out or been canceled.
I mean,
We should start recording them.
Yeah, we should. I'm recording. I'm recording.
Hang on, I'm looking for our monster.
I am recording now.
Monster Hunter. I don't really the problem with the Monster Hunter art is that Brad is wearing like dude clothes.
Yeah, that's. Wait, let me
When
see.
We know.
I've never. I wear men armor now.
I bet he had to go look at all of it too. He's like, "What do men
Post
in
the
Monster Hunter
picture.
wear?"
I don't even remember what armor set I'm wearing. Let me
I
look
gotta
at
find
it.
it. I remember it's the Jaggy one, the like Western
Oh,
with the vest.
why did I choose that?
I don't know. I gotta find.
Just let me know when I can hit record.
I'm recording.
I am recording.
I've
But
been
just know
recording.
Let's
that
go.
I'm
What are you
doing
worried about
this.
Crispy for? He's gonna
Alright.
post a link in chat.
Roll call starts now. Brad,
Yes.
Crispy,
Hello.
Chris Davis.
Hello, I'm also here.
Welcome back to Monster Hunter Wilds Weekly. I'm going to turn this over to Brad and Crispy.
Well, you play Monster Hunter too, Nick.
I do, but I haven't.
Your opportunity to get into Monster Hunter with
I'm
everybody
going
else.
to play Monster Hunter. I'm going to, and it's just so far I have not.
Shut up, Nick. What's your Hunter rank, Crispy?
54.
I think I'm like in the 70s somewhere.
Who's this basic bitch using a lance?
Hey, is there like a way, Brad? Is there a way to see other people's hunter card besides just like screenshotting it? And
I don't know
emailing it to them?
because I have not played a second of multiplayer yet.
Oh, really? You haven't played any multiplayer?
No, but I'm ready. I'm fully post game, right? I'm ready. I have sets for multiplayer. I don't wear my fucking, bullshit, my DPS sets into multiplayer. Otherwise, you're just wasting people's times. I swear to God, someone brought it up in Discord, and they have a good point. Everyone's like talking shit about this shit being easy, and then he's going into multiplayer hunts, and people are carding on fucking Arkveld or whatever, and he's got a point, Dude, and I think what happens is people watch these fucking like rage gaming videos and make these like speedrunner builds, right? Like, oh, full affinity, I'm running heroics. Well, maybe not heroics, but you know what I'm saying. And they're wearing these like post game builds that they see on YouTube in the multiplayer hunts. They're like, I don't need divine blessing or recovery up or recovery speed. That's all for fucking, I don't wear comfy sets. I wear crit sets, and then they're getting clapped. And people are losing hunts. Like, stop doing that. You can live out your speedrunner like fantasy, which is bullshit, on your own time. But when you're hunting with others, just bring your fucking dusts of lives and shit, you asshole. Like equip, make an armor set that's gonna give you some survivability, because it's not worth it, man. Like, I'm gonna get through this hunt 30 seconds faster. Stop it, man. It's a team game at that point. Play it like a team game, because you're just letting people down, getting clapped like that. So
yeah.
Anyways, I guess that's my rant.
Getting hit.
That's my rant.
Dude, the fuck. Is it Arkveld? No, not Arkveld. The
Gormagala.
No, which is the one that does the Nova attack that you were saying kept one-shotting you?
Oh, yeah. The fucking
It's not
fucking
Jindahad.
Xenojiva motherfucker. I'm just blanking.
Yeah.
Hate that motherfucker.
But yeah, I've done a lot of runs against him so far.
That's a good monster to do multiplayer with, but yeah,
I've encountered a lot of people that I was like, damn, is this person Brad? Because they keep getting fucking carded on the Nova. Like,
okay, first of all, I asked how the mechanics worked the first time I fought this asshole, Jindahad.
Is it? Oh,
Jindahad, yeah.
Yeah, I guess it is.
Can I try and steer this conversation a little?
No.
Well, I mean, not steer it, but like
casual.
No. Okay, maybe that wasn't the correct way to interject here. It's right now. It just sounds like two people who play a fuck ton of Monster Hunter are
but you know what? The
language
world is playing a fuck ton of Monster Hunter with us, so people listening who care about Monster Hunter
Okay.
know what we're talking about.
Okay.
Because they're not
everyone else.
What are you talking about? Everyone is playing. Y'all are the weird ones.
Yeah, you're the weirdos.
You're the weird ones.
Hey, you're
Everybody
the
is
ones who
playing-
introduced me to Kingdom Come Deliverance 2, and it's your fucking fault.
Nick has a gambling problem. Be considerate of his feelings, okay?
Nick, if anyone has proven that you can put down certain games and pick up other games
yourself,
because you
piece
love
of
one
shit.
more than the other, and that's Mr. Baldur's Gate 3 over here. I'm just saying, like, now is the Monster Hunter is the one you play with other people. You can get back to Kingdom Come Deliverance anytime you want. You should be hunting. I'm just saying. Now is the time.
You got to
jump on the zeitgeist train.
I'm doing what makes my heart happy right now. I will play Monster
All
Hunter
you're
this
saying
weekend.
is Monster Hunter does not make you happy, and maybe that's fine.
That's
It's
not.
just-
God, could you imagine?
I mean, I can't imagine, but it's not for everyone. I don't blame you.
Right? It's like if I told you also it's like in order to play Monster Hunter it means you would have to like you would have to stop playing Slay the Spire or something.
I had to stop playing Kingdom Come Deliverance too, which I was really
like you
enjoying.
clearly.
No, I get what you're saying.
though?
Look, I really just didn't. I mean, I want to say I don't want to make this about you playing Monster Hunter, and I'm sorry. I apologize. I shouldn't have. It was a cheap shot. I do want to make this instead a conversation about Monster Hunter. So Crispy,
Okay.
are you still there? You disappear constantly. So
Oh,
it's
do I?
hard.
All right.
No, you
You disappear into your custom backgrounds very
All right.
easily.
First name is
So
how
what
much
are you
Monster
running
Hunter
these
did
days?
you
What
play?
are you running, Crispy? You still fucking with
these days.
the
Oh, what am I
great
running
sword?
these days?
Just
Dude,
greatsword?
let me fucking tell you about what I'm running these days. You
Two
don't
pieces
even
of Gore Magala
you
with
don't
some
even
antivirus?
fucking know, my guy. No, I'm still just doing greatsword. I'm doing greatsword and
That's so bad.
my rotation is always greatsword, charge blade. Those are like my goats,
Okay.
right?
Yeah.
So that's like 90% of what I've been doing.
Those are addict weapons, though. They're addict weapons.
They're addict weapons. They're addict
They're
weapons.
weapons like you get a full elemental.
Yeah,
fucking
it does.
I mean,
My
I mean,
electrochemical fucking system is a little fucked up because I like the greatsword too much. Yeah, I get it. I'm a fucking freak. I'm a fucking addict. Like, lock me up, throw me away.
did you see how much I was hitting this asshole? Like,
No.
Gypsaros, when he fake dies, he plays dead.
Oh, I hate that fucker.
Really,
Yeah.
really seems dead.
He's tricked me with that like 3 times, and like every time I'm like, you fucking bitch. Like, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. But also, okay, well, what I was gonna say is that I've been doing a lot of greatsword. I've been doing a lot of charge blade. I lately have been like I'm getting into my second tier, which my second tier is like sword and shield and like gun lance. So I've been doing a lot of that lately.
I've been playing that. I mean, gun lance, sword and shield, and lance. That's the only 3 weapons I've been playing.
Yeah, I haven't really strayed outside of that too much. I keep wondering if this is going to be the one where I like try to get into ranged more, because it seems like it's more convenient to be a ranged user now than it's ever been.
Actually,
because
well,
you can just
you're
bring
right.
another weapon with you. Like,
You're 1,000% right. And let me tell you, like, I don't want to understate like the value of. I guess we talked a little bit about it last week, but it feels, as a person who plays like lance and gun lance and some sword and shield, it feels good to have a gun lance in my pocket, right? For like sleeps. Like, I have a sleep weapon on my Palico because I always have a gun lance with me, and really good for waking up monsters. Also, when when an enemy runs away because they're hurt and they're going to sleep, it's so hard for me to, because I always have a gun lance on me. It's so hard for me to just be an adult and capture, because if I see a monster sleeping in front of me, I want the boom. I always bring my mega barrel bomb. So like, I always I don't rush through. I kind of rush through low rank. In high rank, I kind of take my time, but it's when I get to like towards the end of high rank where I really start slowing down and like perfecting all of this shit out between the hunts. You know what I mean? Like, perfecting my farms and my loadouts for various
melds,
things, my melds, of course, and I will say, like, they've made it way easier to kind of get what you want as far as melding goes, especially when you get to where you're just like pretty easily hunting tempered Arkveld and Gore Magala and stuff. Like, once those hunts are like, you're pretty comfortable with them, you just get so many gems. Like, the way you can find those hunts and like save them as investigations is so overpowered.
Like, I think we whoever posted that video in the Monster Hunter chat a couple days ago, it was since our last time we've talked about this. I didn't know you could do that back then. But the fact that, like, if you're paying attention to your map and you see there is a specific like tempered monster that has like a really good bonus drop, you can just like save it and like fucking run it whenever you want. That is insane to me.
The fact that sometimes it'll even show like you'll get a rare drop, like a fucking orb or like a plate or whatever, and being able to save those is so powerful.
It is um interesting how much player facing like autonomy there is now, you know, even compared to like World or something.
It's great.
Like, I love it. I think it's so cool.
But it's gotten to the point where I feel like I'm not like done or anything, but like, you know, because there's always more to do, right? But I am kind of getting excited for Title Update 1 next month.
Yeah.
I'm ready for like the bullshit to come and start kicking everyone's ass for sure. Because you know, like I'm not really afraid of anything. Well, I mean, sometimes a Tempered Heartfelt is just on. He's just on it, you know. It gets a little intense, but I don't know. I'm still learning shit about the game. I found out today you can, if you hold L1, and you can even do this while mounted. If you hold L1 and press R2, you'll quick put on a mantle. Like it doesn't even have to be selected. It'll just put on the mantle you have selected as your main mantle, but besides the ghillie, you'll just put it on even while riding. You're fucking you could just like sharpen, you know, heal up, and then just hold L1, R2. He'll just very quickly just throw on your mantle, jump into battle. It's crazy.
I didn't know that.
Yeah,
dude, I never use mantles, so like
I know, but now that you have
easier.
such an easy way to put it on and off, it is so sick. And I don't know if you've seen the corrupted mantle. If you got unlocked the corrupted mantle, but like
I think I did, but I haven't looked. I
dude,
it's just kind of like
unlock that corrupted mantle and try sword and shield, like your chop combo. Holy shit, it's crazy. Although I don't know if it's like bugged or what, but like it's crazy. You get like double hits.
Sword and shield, I really like just for the flow of it.
Yeah,
like,
it's
a really
smooth.
fun, like kind of just. I don't want to say mashy, but like
it's mashy.
It is.
They made it too good.
It feels like everything you do is helpful. I hate to say it, I still miss the wire bug. Like I don't even necessarily miss all of the aspects of the wire bug, but the wire bug combos, like the one, like especially with the sword and shield, where you could just like lift yourself up and then come down with the shield, where it was like, why do I need a hammer anymore? I've got sword and shield.
You're right.
It was so fucking sick, and I kind of miss that.
I'm not gonna lie.
I get why
as somebody who plays with the insect glaive, like having the wire bug in conjunction with the insect glaive, like it almost makes me. It's insane. It almost makes me wonder if like I even really liked the insect glaive, or if I specifically liked the combo of the insect glaive with the wire bug. And like,
can I ask you, Nick? You played a little bit of this and you picked the insect glaive, right? Have you watched like an insect glaive guide?
No.
Do you know what that thing can do? Like
I mean,
I believe it's still #1 for like the fastest like Arkveld kill. You should see the fucking crazy tornado thing.
I don't know if I want to watch those videos, because all it makes me realize is that I'm never gonna be as good as
not a speed run. Not a speed run, just a guide for how it works. There's like,
I mean, I watched them for Rise. I haven't watched one for Wilds.
Like the thing about that aspect of the community is a huge part of Monster Hunter.
I know,
like that there are experts out there that are just like showing people like little intricacies of
I'll
these
probably
weapons.
I'll probably start watching a couple of those videos before I
you just need to watch one good one. Fighting Cowboy. So I think he mains Insect Glaive right now. He does like really chill, casual, like breakdowns of the weapons, and he kind of ends with a hunt to like show you what it's like. He probably has a really good one for Insect Glaive. You know, he's not like the best speedrunner or anything, but he's a really like
build crafter.
Yeah, he's a build crafter, but he has guides on all the weapons, and I know he's been maining that. So
one thing I haven't decided upon is what I'm going to use for my secondary weapon, because I don't really have.
Well, don't you also like the Charge Blade? You should not fuck with the Charge Blade.
I don't want to use that's
Charge Blade is so cool.
It's cool.
It is cool, but I don't want to pick two of the most complicated weapons in the fucking game.
Complicated. Look, you just hit.
Fuck with the
fucking sheath. Hit. Put it in the shield. Hit. Fucking sheath. Hit. Put it in the sword, and then you just like hit. Fill up sheath, and then you're fucking
Everything you just
true
said makes that
charge
sound.
Well, you said
slash
hammer.
combos.
You like the hammer?
I don't think I ever used a hammer in
Oh, I thought
Rise.
you said
What
hammer.
about switch axe?
Switch axe? There you go. That's a cool one. Well,
Switch
once you
axe
see,
is
they're
really
switch
flexible.
axe is maybe the flashiest weapon now with the
I kind of want to
shit that-
try. I kind of want to try a weapon I never touched before, is just to make things interesting. Like somebody in chat just mentioned a bow. I never tried a bow.
Oh wow. I mean, that's a whole different lifestyle. I can't speak to that.
Yeah,
I will never
I don't
play
know.
bow.
that's wild. I mean,
Maybe
I feel
I'll
like
watch some of those
if you're
videos.
gonna main bow or like any of the ranged weapons,
I am going to main
you're kind of
insect glaive. I'm
committing.
talking secondary weapon here.
You're kind of committing to playing with other people a lot.
Yeah, you're like a degenerate. Like you're like you might as well just start watching anime. It's I don't know.
I mean,
I had a friend this week ask me to my face, you watch anime? With like totally not aware of the running joke, any of the history we have here. He's like, you watch anime, right? And I was like, how do I answer this?
no.
No.
Jesus. Brad, here's
Yeah.
a question for you. Let's talk about Archean weapons for a second.
Oh yeah, dude. Have you seen my? Did you see my Ardean Lance?
I did. It looks
You gotta
cool.
max
The
it. You
thing
gotta max
about so like Ardean weapons are the end game grind basically
for most weapons, yeah.
for most weapons. I think
But it's not hard to like get
I don't know
there.
which ones. I don't know. Like I know the sword and shield is the one I've made a sword and shield and I made a great sword. The sword and shield one is sick. The thing about the Ardean weapons that I'm having a little bit of trouble with is I think it's a really cool mechanic. I really like that you're collecting components from
Yeah.
like tempered hunts, and then like how you combine those components depends on like what kind of weapon you're making, whether it has like raw damage, affinity, or like elemental bonuses, things like that. I think that's really cool. The idea of like trying to get god rolls on this like infinite combination of Ardean weapons is really cool. For some of the weapons, like sword and shield, I think is a good example, and probably also lance too. I think is a good example. The Ardean weapon is like the coolest looking one in the bunch.
Yeah.
I don't think there's a sword
Have
and
you
shield
seen
that
the
looks
switch axe?
better.
Holy shit.
I haven't seen the switch axe.
Oh my god. I
have
posted a
seen
video
some
yesterday.
of them. It's the ugliest.
Yeah. So like
Some of them
dual
it's like a
swords. Dual
dual
swords
blade
are like
user
dual
and
blades.
yeah, like Ardean weapons must seem like a fucking joke, like a cruel prank
I'd
played
be
on you
mad.
because it looks so weird and
I'm
not
mad I
cool.
can't like the gun lance is bad. Like I can't even I'm not even gonna make an Ardean gun lance because they didn't
Gunlance is
do
bad. I haven't seen it.
there's no, it looks cool, but it
Oh,
doesn't have
does it?
max level shelling, so there's literally no point. So I just use the Argveld one, or Guardian Argveld one is the best. Or no, it's the which one is it? Let me tell you, they've made it confusing. Just call him something else.
I don't really. Yeah, I. It's me, and we talked about this last week a little bit, like the layered weapons. I kind of hope they're holding that back for G rank or something. Like, I kind of hope that's something that will be a thing at one point.
Layered
Because,
weapons?
yeah,
Yeah, just because there are such cool weapons out there, and you are seeing a lot of these
there's so
Ardean
many.
weapons now.
It's so weird to me that like, and I know this is like a fine line that they walk every game that I've played. You know, from 3 Ultimate up to now. You know, I didn't play like 4 United or whatever. But they have so many like cool designs. I mean, I guess every RPG is like this. They have so many like equipment designs that are really cool, but that like it doesn't have any use besides looking cool, you
Yeah.
know? And that's fine if you have a mechanic to support that. Armor has that, you know? Armor, you can just wear layered armor. They don't even make it a separate system or anything.
They make it maybe too easy in this one, honestly. But
Maybe they make it too easy, but like do something. Like make me grind for something. But like here's the thing, man. Like I just got my first commission ticket, which for greatsword users unlocks this greatsword,
Swordfish?
the fucking Jawblade,
Oh, Jawblade, yeah.
the classic, like the flagship weapon. There's no weapon that is more Monster Hunter than the giant Jawblade. It's so sick. It's so cool. And now that I have it, what like I'm supposed to
Is it
fucking?
bad though? That's the thing. I mean,
It's
do you
not.
really need to be using the meta
It's not.
greatsword?
It's not. It's not. And there's two levels of it. There's like a level 6 and a level 8 version of it. And the level 8 version is fucking dope. But you could make a better one with Ardian weapons if you had like excellent rolls and all level 8 components, and then like the excellent, like you do the what, reinforcing or whatever it's called, where
Yeah.
you get like
Yeah,
random
like
roll
I was
bonuses.
really confused because I made a hammer and I was like, it looked like shit. And it wasn't, and then I saw what a maxed out hammer looks like. You have to max reinforce it for the weapon to
For
wake
the
up
effect,
for
yeah.
the effect, and it's like, and then the
The
hammer
effect
gets
is sick.
like a jet engine on the back of
Yeah.
it, and it's
The
so sick.
hammer looks fucking sick once it's awoken. The sword and shield looks sick once it's awoken. Even the greatsword, which I didn't like
Yeah,
the base greatsword. I was like, nah, it's just too
yeah,
triangular. I don't like it.
yeah,
When it's like awoken and it has like
yeah.
the turbines and like all the
You
glowy
have
bits,
to look at the charge
so
blade.
sick.
It's, I mean, the charge blade is good too,
The
but the
charge
switch
blade
axe,
looks cool too, though. It has that
switch
like
axe is the coolest one
the
for
gears
sure.
and shit. Like that stuff looks kind of
Yeah,
cool. But there's so many like cool, like I don't know. Yeah. I'm not doing, yeah. Like you were saying about like the speed or like speedrunner builds, like I can't do
yeah.
that because I'm gonna use my fucking sick looking Jindahar like or Jindahad greatsword that is fucking peak. Like everything, by the way, all the armor and the weapons that come from that monster,
So
fucking
good,
sick. So
so
sick.
good. The
So
sword
sick.
and
I was just
shield
supposed
is
to
a
not use
flail.
them.
It's a flail.
Dude, the
Uh,
flail. That is so cool. Like that is fucking sick. And it made me a little sad because I was like, no, you should just make that a weapon. Like make
the
flails or
lance
something.
sucks though. I will say the lance Jindahad weapon, it just looks like a Gormagala lance. It doesn't look like all the other
Yeah.
like Jindahad stuff. Like the gun lance looks fucking cool. And the gun lance ain't that bad. So it's not like meta or anything, but it's like a pretty solid fucking gun lance. The problem is the Arkvell one is just so good. Man. Man. The real reason the Ardian weapons are so powerful is because you get 3 level 3 slots. And
Yeah.
it's you
Yeah.
start getting
Which
like the
is
really good
huge.
decorations, and it's like this is just so crazy.
Dude, what is this? This is yours, right?
Yeah,
How'd you
I
do
am
your
like my game
secret?
is bugging out. I thought Gormagala was leaving the map, so I was kind of like not like, oh, I guess I'll just go kill this Narcilla. But then I found out he just went to sleep somewhere, and my fucking chocobo could not figure out how to get to him. It was so weird. But yeah.
I I feel I'm gonna post it. I'm gonna make it my background here. But I posted a picture of my hunter in the
Oh,
hunting channel,
sick.
and nobody. Which, hey, my hunter looks kind of cool. I think looks great. This is before I got the jaw blade, so just imagine that there instead of this thing. But nobody mentioned the amazing paint job I did on my sacred.
You can do custom paint jobs on your
Oh, look
bird?
at it, Nick! Look at it,
It's green and yellow.
Nick.
Wait, what? Hold on. I'm waiting. Hold on. I feel like I should know this. This is a reference to something.
You really should. You
Wow,
really
Nick.
should, Nick.
You fucking scrub.
Oh, come on.
Brad, do you see it? Do
Yeah,
you
it's
see
the
it, Brad?
chocobo from Scream.
No, from Scream. Yeah.
It's the Dexter chocobo.
No, it's so because the sacreds have like this like natural stripy pattern to them that you can emphasize. I did it in the colors of the Jurassic Park tour jeeps.
Oh, okay.
It's like the bottom, like the runner boards are yellow, and then like the body itself is green with the red.
Okay, that's pretty
Dude,
badass.
did you see my? I guess you can't see. I never really like do a zoom in on anything, but I unlocked like I want to get more like sacred customization items and stuff.
Yeah.
Like
Can
more.
you do that?
Yeah, like I unlocked like one that is like a weird. I don't even know how to
I
describe
need to
it.
get one for beating Arkvald and another monster
That's
too.
the
I
kind of
think.
shit they're gonna be selling like as DLC, you know.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, I'm gonna be jealous.
Bleh.
So you've done some multiplayer real quick. We should move on,
I've
but
done a
you
bunch. Yeah, I've done a bunch of
are
multiplayer.
so do you people are leaving their palicos when you do that, or is everything just all there?
No, the Palico, it's like Rise, where like your Palico will be set as like a buddy, and then if more than one other person joins, the Palico leaves.
Good, okay. But everybody
So
has their chicken.
so everyone has their chicken, but nobody has Palicos.
I so I wish people would hunt without their chocobo. Well, no, you need the chocobo. Like so is everyone just doing like sacred recovery?
I haven't seen anybody do it.
It's so
I
overpowered.
mean,
Like
I
I would feel
probably missed it,
embarrassed.
but
Are they
I
gonna
don't
nerf
think
that at some point?
They
I've seen
should.
anybody do it. And
They
I
fucking
haven't
should.
been doing it. Like,
No, I don't do it either.
but I'm
But I
not
mean,
doing it because I'm like, taking a disciplined stance of like, no, I don't need this. Like, I
should.
just literally don't have the muscle memory for it or ever think about it.
Oh.
Like, I'm just like getting up and rolling like I would any other, I don't know. But
I gotta be honest with you, Crispy. Like thinking about what your item box looks like makes me anxious. Like your
what
item
my
that
item
has.
box looks like?
I don't know why. I feel like you probably don't even have the power charm and armor charm.
I have the armor charm. I don't have the power charm yet.
You get
But
it from the
I
other
have the
those two
armor charm
knucklehead knights.
in my pack.
Okay.
I've got don't worry.
Alright.
Listen,
Brad's getting stressed
this
out
is my
over other
first
people's
rodeo.
boxes.
Yeah, it's
Okay,
not
I
your
know.
first rodeo. I know.
I know how to do. I got it. I do need to craft an armor or a power charm though. I don't know.
No, you don't craft it. It's a reward, quest reward. Those two knights, those two knucklehead knights, they each have the quest for one of them.
Yeah.
You just probably did one. But
Hey, I was watching like Monster Hunter lore videos and shit like that, which which is whatever. But are there any? Have they like continued that whole thing with the man in red or whatever, like the man in red robes? Like how a lot of like your high end quests like end up coming from this like mysterious guy in red robes in all the other games.
I have no idea.
Except
no idea.
Rise. I don't think they did it in Rise. I don't know.
Not my bag. I was skipping cutscenes by the end of this thing. Not cutscenes, but the conversations. I'm just not.
Yeah, it's
not that guy.
Whatever. Last question. You probably already answered this, but what are you playing on?
PS5.
Okay.
But it's crossplay. We'll just hop into.
No,
Discord.
I know.
I'm ready to do some hunts.
I was just wondering about.
So I will help. Y'all tell me where to point my lance.
There's there they made a 4-player squad.
Yeah, I just haven't even figured out how to figure out what that is.
I think I did. I thought it.
I think it exists. I've been told it exists. I just haven't done it. So when I launch the game, I always do single player offline or single player online because it lets me do the pause function, which I just kind of need in my life. So I'm never like that ready to like just jump into a multiplayer hunt. I mean, absolutely, I'm ready to do it. Let's do a Monster Hunter night. I mean, next Tuesday. What are we talking about?
Let's fucking go. We're gonna
next Tuesday. What are we talking about?
Yeah, I mean nothing, right?
We're gonna do
I mean, I will not be far enough to like probably participate.
No, probably not. And if you're a coward, or maybe are we gonna talk about Split Fiction again? Come on.
Wow, bro! Jesus Christ!
Eat a bunch of popcorn and I don't know.
I'm fine with doing a Monster Hunter night next week.
I will say, I know he turned off the footage and everything. It is still remarkable to me. Like the true beauty of this one is just how alive these environments feel now. Like way more Rise. And I think it's because we had this big gap with Rise where it was like a Switch game. So they kind of had to like dial that stuff back. And now that we're like full on, like back on the big boy system, man, they've made everything just feel like it's just you're just in like a living, breathing world, and I love that so much.
It's so cool.
Like more
It's
so
so
than
good.
World?
Yeah,
I
much
mean,
more
like
so than
adding
World.
like
It
the
is.
day
It
night
is.
and like the seasonal system and everything.
Yeah.
Like,
It's beautiful. It's fucking beautiful. And I'm not talking about graphics. I mean, I know a lot of people have been struggling with that on PC, but it's just it's so good. It's so fucking good, man. I just like walking around these environments. I finally like slowed down and say, you know what? I'm just gonna like find all these camps. And just walking around slowly, I found so many camps. It is crazy. There were maps where I was just letting my chicken take me to the hunt, and you know, it would take a long time to get to the monster sometimes because I had not found all the camps in some of the later maps. And once you start looking, it's like crazy how many you can find. Cool little nooks and caves, and like it's like so wonderfully like organic and vertical, and like you can really find cool nooks and crannies. It feels so good.
I need to
I
do
don't
more of that. I like,
Yeah.
I've played like 60 hours at this point, and I'm watching videos, and they're like going into areas of the map that like I've never like. I didn't. There is an underwater section somewhere.
Yes.
Like there is like a big swimming area that like I've
Yes.
never seen. That's crazy.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Something
Crispy, are you on PS5 as well, or are you playing PC?
On PC.
Okay. There was an
I'm on
update the other day. I don't know how big
PC.
an update it was, but
Yeah,
And
this
you
game
know what?
is popular enough. They're gonna do
It was-
stuff. I mean, like Dragon's Dogma 2 is a game they cleaned up really nicely, at least on consoles. That was really kind of messy at launch, and by the
I mean, I
time, like
didn't
by
struggle with
the
that
end of
game.
the year, huh?
I didn't have many issues with that game at launch.
I'm talking about the console version, or maybe like
Oh.
the less bougie PC rigs and stuff were struggling. But on console, by the end of the year, it was running like butter. So I'm expecting this game sold like so much. So
Oh yeah.
so
We saw it coming.
they're definitely going to
Yeah, it's
they're
only going to get
definitely
better.
gonna be working
Yeah.
on this.
That's so
Like
crazy.
there's going to be lots of Nvidia driver updates that are going to be about wilds. You know, it's a big deal.
For sure. All right.
It sold 8 million copies in like 2 days.
Yeah,
They
that's
should make
bananas.
a good Monster Hunter movie instead of another Jurassic Park. That's what they should do.
They already made a good Monster Hunter
No, I
movie.
said a good one.
Wow, that was such a bad movie too. It was offensive, like the tiny great sword and like the
Dude, that greats. Yeah, that's what I was thinking about too. It's so they're like it's ridiculous that a human.
Wait,
would
so
carry a giant
Brad, did you
sword.
watch that movie or do you just?
Yeah, I watched it.
Damn.
Malia watched it too.
Isn't the fucking Meowscular chef in it?
Yeah.
Oh no.
No. Poor guy. Poor fucking guy.
All right.
Tar.
Before we wrap
Tar
up,
is the better Monster Hunter movie. I agree.
before we wrap up with the 4-player minute, Brad, I know it's been a few shows since we've talked at all really about Fantasy Critic, and I feel like that's probably my fault. Should we give any quick updates about where we stand right now with Fantasy Critic?
Easily.
Cool.
I'm crushing it, of course, even with my counter pick. A lot of my games have come out, right? So
it is March.
Lost Records Bloom and Rage came out 76. I never fuck with Don't Nod, honestly, because they swim in 70s. Sorry, Chris Davis. I know you're a believer, but did you ever get around to playing that?
I
did. You talked about it here? Oh, okay.
Pirating it up in his new house.
I'm doing well. Monster Hunter came out, Citizen Sleeper, 2 Point Museum, Ender Magnolia. Those all scored really well. And I'm sitting on that big L from countering Kingdom Come Deliverance, but of course I'm gonna super drop it. I guess people have been commenting because I've picked up a lot of games, right? I picked up Blueprints and Expelled, which Nick will never even think about ever again.
Nope.
Overboard scored at 88 on OpenCritic, by the way. So, and this is the sequel to that. So I know you would never consider taking something that looks like that, but hopefully it's good. And I picked up the new Atelier game because honestly, it's in my GameFly
Which
queue.
you haven't talked about yet. But I guess you've been playing Monster Hunter.
I talked about it during trailer talk. I haven't talked about what?
You didn't talk about it on the podcast.
Atelier Yumia? It's not out yet. It's not out yet.
Oh. What am I?
I'm
I'm thinking of Ender
Magnolia. Yeah.
Ender
yeah.
Magnolia.
No, I'll probably like finish that game when before I talk about it. Atelier Yumia, which looks good. But other than that, Ed has took some like, he had some underperformers, and these are the pickups that a lot of people picked up high in leagues, but like they kind of underperformed. Like he got Civ 7, which is at a 79, Avowed, which is at 81, which is kind of where I thought it would land, but some people seem disappointed by that. Tales of Iron was 79, also kind of where I thought that would be, but his guys are coming in a little soft, which sucks. Of course.
Mm-hmm.
So Crispy, he is looking good. I gotta be honest
Kingdom
with you.
Come Deliverance 2.
No, it's not just that. I mean, he's just got a strong lineup. He also made a couple of pickups because everybody else was fucking sleeping.
Made at least one.
He picked up Skin Deep and he picked up Shinobi, which I don't know if I told you.
Yeah. I didn't. Oh, I missed it. I got Shinobi.
He got Shinobi. This is the follow up game to the people What Made Streets of Rage 4, which is a very well received game, and Shinobi looks fucking sick. And you got Skin Deep.
Yeah, what is Skin Deep? What?
Skin Deep. That's the Blendo game that we were talking about. The first person shooter where you like.
There's an Xbox demo. We watched a trailer.
Yeah, that's right.
From the Quadrilateral Cowboy.
Yeah. Yep.
I
remember now.
I mean.
I don't know. I don't know if that's gonna like score off the charts. But
that game will probably.
Everyone is.
It probably won't be very good. Or I mean,
no,
it'll
be
good. It won't score super well. I think it'll be a great game.
And low 80s game. It's gonna be. Look,
I don't care. I don't want to live in a world. I don't want to live in a world where a Blendo game is just like mid.
I played that demo. Whatever. It's cool. Look.
It's sick.
Look. Everyone is like, it is the cool indie. You know what I mean? Like the people who write reviews for these sites, they like Blendo games.
Yeah.
Like people want this game has the support, the narrative is in its favor. But I mean, you just have strong games like Snake Eater is going to score really well. Metroid Prime. I think the Alters is going to be really strong. And I think your counter picks, if Grand Theft Auto gets delayed, you're countering that Fire Emblem game. That does not exist. Ed made a bad pickup. There's been a long rumored Fire Emblem Echoes game, or remake of a Fire Emblem game. There was 2 entries in Fantasy Critic, and that is not one of them. I mean that is one of them, but like the rumored one is not the one he picked up. So
also, I don't know. You brought nobody, but me has probably heard, but a pretty like well established Bungie leaker account on Twitter said that Marathon pre-orders are probably going to go up by April. So
wow. And that's the big question mark on yours, right? Is Marathon gonna ship?
And Grand Theft Auto, which I have counterpicked.
Well, Grand Theft Auto you counter, that's a league ender. But it's bold. It's bold. I get it.
That's a bold ass move. Holy shit!
Obviously, you haven't picked up anything, but Wanderstop came out 78. A little soft, but it's an indie.
A little flaccid.
And Nolan, he got Rift of the Necrodancer. That came out 82, solid. But he also countered 2 Point Museum, which all of y'all looked at me weird when I drafted 2 Point Museum, which means I probably could have I drafted last. But whatever. The point is, I knew it was going to be an 84, and it was. So that's why I picked it up, because all the other games scored an 84. Anyways, whatever. That's Fantasy Critic. There's not. Oh, no, sorry. Carlos, actually, he had Split Fiction and Like a Dragon, so that dude's got points on the board for sure.
Yep.
Yeah, and he is strong. There was that Elden Ring beta test. Did you play any of that, Crispy?
The Elden Ring?
Night Rain?
No, I didn't. I don't want to do fucking betas for those games. I don't know why.
I get it, but like, weren't you curious about Night Rain? Like, that's a big, crazy thing.
But I don't know. I'm not.
That game is probably not gonna score off the charts, but like, there's so much respect for like From Software and Elden Ring. Even if that thing is mediocre, it's still gonna score well. Probably.
Yeah, probably.
There's an artificial From Soft bump.
Everyone is kind of there, I got the early lead or whatever, but you over till it's over. I think everybody is still well within reach of doing whatever they want. There's been no early, like the biggest catastrophe was the Earthblade cancellation, which no one saw coming. Nick's got to hold that because it was countered. But I mean, you can super drop it.
I did. Wait, no, I haven't done the super drop yet.
Wait, you don't need to super drop yet.
I know.
For the strategic purposes, just wait. Because for all you know, Claire Obscure Expedition could be like an 89, and it might be smarter to drop that. So.
I know.
Okay. Yeah, that's it for Fantasy Critic.
All right, let's wrap up with the 4-Player Minute. Final thoughts of the night. Brad, go.
Okay. Here's my final thought. There was a Suikoden event.
Oh. What?
There was a Suikoden event. Suikoden is back, according to Konami. This is why you should not get excited for your Silent Hill game. Fuck you, Nick. Fuck you, Nick. You got a Silent Hill 2 remake that was actually good by a studio that has never made actually good before. They've only made actually okay. Look, they've only made actually okay. They've never made actually good. Anyways, whatever. It was better than anyone could have hoped for, and you know that's true, obviously.
I do. My game of the year, baby.
Yeah. So, also, yeah, watch those Game of the Year videos if you haven't yet. A lot of effort goes into those. Anyways, they announced as, like Konami does, I guess, or there's a Suikoden anime coming, animated something, I don't know. It's probably going to be terrible like everything is. No, I don't. That Castlevania show's pretty all right, I guess, because I like the
Wait, I thought you loved that show.
I don't love it. I mean, nobody loves it. But it is
I've
like
seen you get pretty excited.
It's like a good show to like fanboy out if you like Castlevania, right? It's cool. Alucard fighting alongside Trevor Belmont, fucking sign me up, right? But it's not like cinema, whatever. Anyways, whatever. That's not what I. So they announced a show. Anime, and they announced a mobile game, a Suikoden mobile game, which just looks kind of like a mobile version of Ayuden Chronicle, which is so funny, right? It's, I guess, why did this happen? Why is this the thing that this is it? It's back. They had an event. The mobile game doesn't even look that bad. But it is a mobile game, so it's trash. It is a mobile game from, it is Eastern developed. What I'm saying is there's no mobile games coming out of Japan or China or Korea. Let's be honest. It's all gotcha trash. It is. It just is. It just fucking is. Those are the mobile games they make. So it's not like there's going to be a secret great RPG. It just happens to be on phones. That's just not what is made over there, right? So it's going to be gotcha trash. And so it's literally just it hurts. It hurts me.
Your soul.
Because if you watch that trailer, it just kind of looks it's weird that it looks like they're copying Ayuden Chronicle. Which is strange. Definitely some backwards there. But I don't know, not like this. I don't know what to say. I don't know. I'm not surprised. I was never getting my hopes up. But maybe a successful show and mobile game could lead to something I actually care about. I'm still waiting for it on Castlevania, Everybody loves Castlevania in all aspects outside of actual new video games that Konami refuses to make. They could put out collections and shows and spin-offs and Smash Brothers characters and shit. There's so much Castlevania that's not actual Castlevania. And it's so sad. So I would not even going to think about Suikoden until, but if one day they announce Suikoden 6, I don't know. I would have loved to have said they could have, hired Rabbit and Bear to make a Suikoden game, but Murayama passed away last year. It's really incredibly sad. The creator of Suikoden, and he could have, fucking Hideki Kamiya is working on Okami too, this shit could have, it happens, right? Because Konami Like they had no team to make a new Suikoden game, just like Capcom didn't have anybody to make Okami because the people that make Okami have been long gone. I don't know. But we will get more Ayuden Chronicles games. I think that game did pretty well for what it was, actually. So, I'm looking forward to that.
Wait.
Speaking fuck. I do have the HD collection, the 1 and 2 remastered, but it's just Suikoden.
Yep. All right. Chris Davis.
There's a new Nindoroid
Brad.
for Tyr, the main character from Suikoden 1, which looks good. I think I'm gonna buy it.
Nice. All right, Chris Davis.
Okay. I guess my final thought is last night I completed Pirate Yakuza.
It looks
100%ed it. Really enjoyed it. It was shorter than I expected. It's not like a 10 or 11 chapter game like Infinite Wealth was or anything else before. It was 5 chapters, but 39 hours.
Isn't that
gameplay,
closer
100%.
to? Isn't that kind of closer in line to The Man Who Erased His Name, or?
Yeah. This was based on that kind of same design principle of smaller, big game but small.
Gotcha.
It was fucking great. I really, really enjoyed it. Fun story. Really good ship combat.
Did you do all the battle arena stuff with that?
I did every single thing possible.
Does it get like
did it.
trickier? Does it get deeper, more complex, more challenging? What's the word on that? Final word on that?
I would say, yeah, it does get a little bit more complex. You start having when you go into deck battles, you'll have enemies that'll start doing stat attacks that will poison you or shock you or do things to really,
your boat gets poisoned.
Things like that. Yeah, you're poisoned, you get frozen, it gets set on fire, things like that. Also, I wouldn't say there's necessarily rubber banding with the AI that happens at the later levels, but those ships are turning on not even a dime. They're like maybe a millimeter and getting a good shot on me when they have like 5,000 health. So I wish the ship combat like customization was a little bit deeper. I would have liked more options as to like my cannons and upgrading my sails, giving me more options for like speed and maneuverability, which past like chapter 2, you don't get any more beyond that, unfortunately.
Oh.
Yeah. But I mean, just like the various arena battles, the whole side quest story about finding this or hunting down this rival pirate gang that's actually just actual murderers or marauders. Exploring those exclusive island chains, and it was just fucking fun. Also, going just back to Honolulu and seeing all these little mini games from Majima's perspective were fucking great. I cannot tell you how much Crazy Eats and Sicko Snap I played. Just because I could play it.
Sicko Snap was back.
Are they both in like just as they were in Infinite?
Did you ever do the battle cart?
Oh yeah, I did the battle cart too. Yeah.
Is it
battle
good?
cart.
Is it like fun? I didn't really love Dragon Kart from Yakuza 7 or whatever, but I heard there's a battle mode, and I'm kind of.
It's a really quick battle mode with like one map. It's very easy to cheese.
Yes, of course.
And it's only used for like very particular scenarios.
Because the gameplay, Nick, in these mini games is B- gameplay. You can admit to that and still be and still value these games. I mean, Yakuza's always been that way, honestly. But we love
to
them.
Your question, Crispy, there is new content for each of those in Pirate Yakuza. In fact, I won't spoil it for you, but Sicko Snap has a special finale level that is kind of magical. It's cinema, really.
I love Sicko Snap. I love that Infinite Wealth was like, what if we just put Pokemon and Pokemon Snap into this game?
Yeah.
It's so sick. It's so sick. It's so sick.
It's really fucking good. I ended up having, I think I recruited every available crew member. So I had like 104, 105.
It wasn't 108. That would have been great.
Don't worry. Just
108
keep
is
going.
how many characters you recruit in every Suikoden game.
Oh, okay.
108 Stars of Destiny. You uncultured
I mean,
swine.
technically, if you count like the main like characters, like it goes up to like 108, 109, but whatever. No, great game. Also, I really like how it tagged on at the end, and there's it's not locker room baby bullshit, but there is just one tier below that is just absolutely ludicrous as to how they wrap around the plot and everything. And also a nice epilogue ending that pushes the story forward. So, yeah, really fun game.
Sweet.
Sounds like frivolous bullshit.
I just say one day,
sometimes
Nick,
that's all you need.
One day, Nick, you're going to finish Infinite Wealth, and then you're going to immediately.
I haven't even. I'm playing Like a Dragon.
Yeah, I know. That's why I said one day. You know, maybe this decade.
Why don't you start
when you
small? Be like, one day
Wealth,
you'll finish Like a Dragon.
Yeah, no,
I can attest to that. I'll do that.
No, you're
sure.
you're gonna like a Dragon so much you're gonna play.
Listen, bitches, I'm not guaranteeing that I'm fully on the Yakuza train yet.
Yeah,
I was the same way, Nick. I started with fucking 6.
Chris Davis, this man played Persona 3 and Metaphor last year and was like, yeah, they're pretty good. He's not going to become a Yakuza sicko. It's just not going to happen.
Well, it's only a matter of time, I think.
It's not.
But I mean, it also scratches that Assassin's Creed Black Flag boner. I mean, it's
no, it doesn't, dude.
It does. It does a little bit.
I played and loved Black Flag. It does.
As someone who loved,
lying to people.
I watched that footage from the other week. It was the ship combat footage. Let me tell you, as someone who loved Black Flag, that looked like hot garbage.
You're missing out on the audio. You're missing out on some of the experience of actually playing it. I think
it is great that you can like let go of the wheel and like run around your boat and you just have a rocket launcher. I mean, that's cool. It's cool, but it's not like good.
It's some Saints Row bullshit.
It's not great. I think it's good. I think it's fun.
Okay.
And
just
since
saying,
we haven't played Black Flag since like,
but Black Flag is like legitimate like steering a ship with like ship physics against with like I don't know.
It's no Sea of Thieves
with shit physics.
Ship physics. Shut the fuck up. Okay. Anyways, we're moving on. Crispy, what's your final thought for the week?
Okay, well, I mean, I talked a lot about Monster Hunter, which is really the only gaming I've been doing all week, so I'll talk more about Star Trek. I've been watching Star Trek.
Oh, no, cut his mic.
I think last last episode I watched was Ethics from season 5, the episode where Worf gets fucking paralyzed. It was pretty good. Cause and Effect was a really good one.
He's literally
The First Duty. Okay, The First Duty is the one where Wesley's flight team at the academy
like Wesley.
does that covers
maneuver
up the
that
death
kills
of one of their
them,
squad mates, and the leader of the squad is played by Robert Duncan McNeil, who also plays Tom Paris in Star Trek Voyager. So it became a joke in Lower Decks that Nick Locarno and Tom Paris look alike. And this is the episode where he comes from. I love it. It's great. Cost of Living. That's a Luoxana Troy episode. And you know what? It's pretty good. Perfect Mate, whatever. Imaginary Friend was okay. It was whatever. iBorg, classic episode. Great Borg episode.
Was iBorg like the one with
first
Hugh?
time we're real? Yeah, it's the one with Hugh. And we're really like kind of we're really like emphasizing the fact that like despite the fact that Picard thinks he's over his trauma from being assimilated, he's not. The next phase, which is the one after that, is a really good episode where Ro Laren and Geordie LaForge accidentally get like lost in a transporter accident, and they're like out of phase, and they have to like figure out how to convince everybody they're still alive. Pretty great. The Inner Light is a good episode, and it's fucking heartbreaking. It's the one where they encounter an alien probe. It flashes a light at Picard, and the light like makes him live an entire like 80-year life.
Oh, the
on,
flute
like,
one,
on this
yeah.
world, and then like by the time he wakes up, he's like lived the whole life, had like a wife and kids who are all dead now. Like it's fucking crazy.
He experienced
It's
this
kind of like
entire life in like 40 seconds in the real world.
yeah, there's a similar episode to that in Deep Space Nine where it happens to Chief O'Brien, except instead of like living a life and having a family, he's in prison for like 30 years. It like they implant memories of him being in prison, and he like goes crazy and like kills his cellmate, and is like at the end of that episode is like gonna fucking kill himself. Like has a phaser and is like pointing it at his head like he's gonna fucking kill himself. It's crazy. Like it's fucking insane. But season 5 ends with I think this is my favorite finale to season premiere two-parter in the whole series. I love Best of Both Worlds. It's incredible. Nothing will ever top the end of Best of Both Worlds Part 1, where Riker's like, prepare to fire, and the music's going like, so cool. But the season finale to season 5 premiere to season 6 is Time Zero Part 1 and 2. That's the one where they find Data's head in a cave under San Francisco in the present, and they're like, how the fuck did this get here? And then he gets blown back in time to like the 1800s in San Francisco, and he meets Mark Twain and like goes on this whole fucking adventure of like trying to find these aliens who are like
Yakuza sub
sucking
story,
people's
man.
soul. Dude, it's great. It's so good because when he first gets to San Francisco and he's like walking around in his Starfleet uniform, and everyone's like, who the fuck is this guy? And he's like I like, they're like, you need money to do things like buy food and stuff. And he's like, oh, I don't have any money. And then he overhears some guys talking about poker, and he's like, oh, there's a poker game? Because he plays poker on the Enterprise, and then he goes in and fucking cleans up and makes a shit ton of money. And the Frenchman that he beats at poker is played by Mark Alimo, who is Gul Dukat, which is
Mark
great.
Alimo.
That guy's everywhere.
He's like
great.
in 5
Gul
different
Dukat.
characters in that entire series. Yeah.
He plays 3 different Cardassians, I think.
Yeah.
Remember
like
when he
throughout
was
the
a
whole series, but
Ferengi?
he never did play Ferengi, but he was the inspiration for the look of the Cardassians. The reason why they have those like weird neck ridges is because
gross,
he
some of those
himself
guys.
has like a weirdly long neck. So that's fun. That's really cool. But yeah, Time Zero is fucking sick. I love it so goddamn much. It's a great one, and I'm about to watch Realm of Fear, which is a Reginald Barkley episode. Hell yeah! Chris Davis's favorite character.
Next week during the 4-player minute, Crispy will walk us through season 6.
Is that
Season
the one
6?
where he's dealing with like the monsters in the transporter?
Yes. Yes, it
Okay.
is.
Chris Davis
Yeah,
is over
this
here.
is a
just
weird
seeing that-
episode.
You're steering this
gives us,
podcast.
this episode gives us more insight into like what it's like to be
I can't stop
transported
him.
than anything else, and it's really weird. He like is in the matter stream and like sees monsters, and they're all like, "You're fucking crazy," and he's like, "I'm not
Why
crazy."
don't look? Why don't y'all do like a fucking Deep Space Nine episode
Hey,
by
you guys
episode
talk about whatever
podcast?
bullshit
Chris
you were talking
Davis, the
about.
Chris's, you call it the Chris's,
Fistful
whatever.
of Datas is coming up. I'm gonna talk about Fistful of Datas in a couple weeks, probably next week. It's a great episode.
No, do it.
It's so good.
The Chris's podcast premiering
episode
next
where-
week. Premiering next week. The Chris's are gonna the Chris Pine and Chris. How many Chris's were in Chris Hemsworth? He was in Star Trek, right?
Dude, season 6 has Frame of Mind. The episode where Riker is in an alien insane asylum and thinks he's going crazy. It's great.
Yep.
Anyway, Star Trek
Fistful of
Next
Data is
Generation
actually
incredible.
directed by Patrick Stewart.
Okay,
Which one of y'all is
guys.
Chris Pine
Incredible. Incredible
of the Star Trek Chris's?
This was
Hey, look.
Crispy's 4-player minute. He can say whatever
I'm gonna
he
start
wants.
letting. I'm gonna start
It
letting
is
Crispy
not
go
a
last
minute.
so we can just fade the podcast out as he's talking about
Yes.
Star Trek.
That's a
My
better.
Whatever.
final thought-
You
I'll
guys
keep it
talk about
short.
dumb shit all the time.
Fucking
I
censorship.
know that's true.
You,
Allow me
but
to-
you're just like TVGuide.com, like reading off the episode synopsises. It's not.
Which, if y'all will let me, I'll do it for Dexter starting right now. Sorry, I'm just kidding. Look, I'll keep mine short. One thing that we didn't really talk about this week, they dropped the full fucking trailer for The Last of Us Season 2.
Oh, I did
And
watch
Yeah.
oh my god, the trailer alone had me feeling some things. I'm so fucking excited for this season, but I'm also so terrified of.
There was someone cast in there that I was like, oh, is that dude from? Oh, who's playing Jesse? What is that?
Oh, I don't know his name off the top of my head.
Is he the guy from?
Oh, I can tell you right now, or maybe in just a moment. Because I'm already on IMDb. Fuck, I don't know. Shit, Jesse, where the fuck are you, Jesse? Young Mazzino is his name.
Young Malzino.
Mazzino, I don't know. But yeah, no, the trailer dropped. It looks fucking amazing. I'm so like, there's like little hints at just like, I thought I had kind of an idea because obviously they've talked a lot about like they're gonna have to
This
like
is
change.
the dude from. He was in Beef. Did y'all watch Beef?
I did not watch Beef.
He was the brother in Beef. Beef was good. Now, y'all haven't seen Beef?
I have not seen Beef.
Okay.
But look,
I thought that was him, but he looks so buff. I guess he got buff for The Last of Us.
But look, I had some. They've talked a lot about how they're going to have to obviously shift things around, tell the story slightly differently and different out of order or in or different orders because of the nature of it being a TV show versus a game kind of thing, which is I'm totally fine with. But like kind of knowing what the trajectory of the show is, as far as like how many they have at least 2 more seasons to go, maybe even 3 more, and how they're gonna like and how many episodes they have in the season. I'm like, I kind of already had a feeling where they were gonna end the season on, and now I've completely changed up my thoughts on that.
Wait,
and
where are you thinking they're gonna end it?
I originally thought they were gonna end it with that moment, the one that
where they go play golf.
Yes, where they go play golf.
You don't think it's gonna end that way?
No, you see, there are moments in that trailer that clearly
are after the golf scene.
After that moment, yeah, there are moments.
Yeah, but I think
I
think they filmed 2 seasons. I think they filmed 2
but
seasons, and that they're showing.
No, I don't think they've started filming season 3 yet.
I think they're developing them back to back.
Yeah, I think there's too much ground to cover. I think they're going to.
Well, no, I mean, you're right.
Have they confirmed it's going to be a full season, or are they going to do like a break?
7 episodes. This is 7 episodes.
Is it a break?
No, they're just 7 episodes, and then we'll have to wait for season 3. But yeah, I mean, I'm sure the productions are like back to back. Like they're probably filming season 3. I tend to follow these things fairly closely, and I haven't heard anything about them actually filming season 3 yet. So I don't know, but I don't think there's going to be a big of a gap in between season 2 and 3 as there was in between 1 and 2. My point is, I don't know if they'd be showing things in the trailer for season 2 if it was going to be in season 3, but whatever. I could be wrong. But I'm also kind of like preparing myself to like I'm also like I know Caitlin Deaver even Caitlin Deaver knows she's about to get a ton of shit for playing
She's probably
Abby.
already been getting shit.
Yeah, she's probably already getting harassed, and I just want to send a huge fuck you to anyone who thinks that's appropriate. Because my God, and I'm super excited to see what she does with the character, and I'm super excited for the show. And yeah, that's all I wanted to say. Fuck, it's gonna be good.
Anyways, is Ashley Birch reprising her character?
Ashley Birch?
Ashley Birch. What show are you fucking talking?
I don't think you.
She was in part 2.
What's the show on Apple TV where they are the video game studio?
You mean the actress who plays Ellie in the game? Is that who you're talking about?
Ashley Birch?
No, I know.
She had a character
Ashley
that
Birch
was
has nothing.
She played a character that was one of Abby's friends that eventually gets golfed.
Oh, I don't think there's been a lot of casting because I don't think we're gonna get too deep into Abby's story in this season.
I mean, her character is present for golf, so
yeah. I don't know. We'll see. I don't know. I don't have the answer to that question. Are you thinking about Ashley Johnson? No, Ashley Johnson is Ellie.
Yeah, Ashley Johnson's Ellie.
I didn't even realize Ashley Birch was in the game. Anyways, that's neither here nor there, guys. That's our show. Thank you so much thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. Next week, maybe another Yakuza stream with myself and Crispy.
Monster Hunter stream.
Maybe a Monster Hunter stream in lieu of a podcast next week. So I would say for that, make sure you're in our Discord at discord.gg/4player. We'll let everybody know what the schedule is. And yeah, and Brad mentioned earlier, if you haven't yet, our Game of the Year videos for 2024 are out. So if you want to go see what our favorite games are of the year, they're out there. They're available to watch. You can find them on YouTube and Discord and all that stuff. So go check those out. I'll post the links for them in the show notes as well. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for listening. We'll catch you next week. In the meantime, be good to each other, play video games, and good night.
Meh.
Ashley Birch played Mel, who was the pregnant girl.
Hold on. I can tell you if she's been cast.
No one knows who you're talking about.
That's a traumatic fucking scene. Come on.
It is a traumatic scene, but
Still,
I don't think that
no
scene's
one knows
happening.
who you're talking about.
Oh, yes. Mel is being played by Ariella Barrere.
Yes. Okay.
Which, yeah, and she's from... What is she in? I don't know.
I thought I saw the lady who's going to be in Naughty Dog's new game.
I mean, you might... That's
in that trailer.
In the trailer?
Yeah. I think she plays the lady that Ellie,
Did we?
goes to town on it when it's red.
Oh, Nora.
Nora. I think she's playing Nora.
Mean,
oh, Tati Gabrielle, yes.
You mean murdery, not sexually.
Spoilers. Oh yeah, not go to town on in the good way.
Hey guys,
yeah,
look out! There's murder in Last of Us. I'm still recording. Did we stop?
Yes, we stopped.
If that were, Ellie, eat a pussy. That would have been a different game.
Fucking mom.
Dora the Explorer is Dina.
Oh really?
So I didn't realize. No, the live action Dora the Explorer. Also, the chick from Alien
Recreation. You were about to say Alien Recreation.
I was about to say Requiem. Requiem. That's not. Why am I blanking?
Requiem.
Rectum? Alien Rectum?
Damn near killed him.
Requiem is. Oh my god!
Romulus?
Why am I Revenant?
Rectum Recreation.
What is the name of the last Aliens movie?
Romulus.
Why am I Romulus? Fuck. Yeah, she was a chicken Romulus. She's
like Romulans.
Yeah, tell us about the Romulans. They're bad, right?
Okay, Romulans are a genetic offshoot of Vulcans, right?
Mm-hmm.
Why would you say this, Brad?
You've got a big Romulan episode coming up with Deanna Troi, Crispy.
I got a few big Romulan episodes coming up. I've already had a few.
Face of the Enemy.
Okay, well I just got through Reunification, which is maybe the biggest Romulan episode. Because that's the one about Ambassador Spock going to Romulus to support the reunification movement, which is all about reuniting Vulcan and Romulus. Because the Romulans are just kind of paranoid freaks. Man,
did y'all see
I think Romulans are my favorite. They're sick. They're great. I love it.
More Dexter casting news, man. Did you see this shit? This cast is stacked.
Any Star
Eric
Trek
Stone
actors?
Street from Modern Family.
Oh man! There!
No, it's gonna be great.
Which one of the two gay guys is that?
Say it, Nick.
No. Don't. I don't know.
It has to be one of those two guys, right?
Yes, it is. All right. I'm going to bed.
There is a Tim Allen Santa Claus TV show?
Oh, yes.
And he plays the main role?
What are you talking? What are you talking about? What are you talking about?
What's his name? Stone Street, and
Eric
I scrolled
Stone
down to the bottom of his list of credits, and it says 2023, The Santa Clauses, main role, season 2, and it's the Tim Allen series.
We know.
Turned
I
into
know.
a TV
I know.
show.
It doesn't matter. Were you a big Santa Claus guy growing up?
No.
I gotta admit, I'm a little too.
He
old
was
for
the
it,
mad
Santa Claus.
Santa in Santa Claus.
A big David Krumholtz guy growing up.
Were you big? This man, you watched some Tool Time. You watched. Be honest.
Oh no,
Be honest.
I watched the Tim Allen movie, The Santa Claus, several times.
See. It's a narrow window of people who care about that fucking movie.
But I'm in shock that they.
My wife is probably
not only
one of
were there
them.
2 sequels, there's a sequel TV show that has more than 2 seasons.
Needs more power. Like, people gave me a lot of shit, but like he sounds stupid on the show when he does it too. More power. He sounds stupid on the show.
Tim Allen is 71. I thought he had retired.
I bet every episode of Home Improvement you watched, you laughed your ass off every time Wilson showed up.
Oh, I never watched Home Improvement.
I hate how mean that show is to Al.
Yeah, but you know, he sucked on Family Feud, so fuck him.
Yeah, he was probably the weakest Family Feud host.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
For sure.
All right, guys, I'm peacing out.
Man.
Okay.
God
Good night.
bless.